We're also going to explore how understanding personality dynamics through the Enneagram and how it can strengthen leadership, teamwork, healthier workplace relations. Just take us a step further into each other's personality types and how we can get the best chemistry. Look at the chemistry in that team.
Listen,
That's
that
what our studio
represents
looks like
South
every day,
Africa.
hey?
Absolutely.
All gathered around a computer.
Women at the forefront.
Well, that's not wrong.
That's not wrong.
That's
Yeah,
actually pretty much how it works, yeah? And that's definitely how it works up in Jozi. So a very good morning, ladies at the forefront.
Good morning, beautiful Cape Town. Good morning, Mzansi. It's bright and early. It's Tuesday morning. We're coming to you live from our Samsung DQX studio. My lovely, you look pretty.
You look lovely, my twin. And hello, Mzansi. Siyanamkela to the biggest and best breakfast show in the country. Goeiemorgen, avsheni. No matter where you are, what language you speak, one language I think we all understand is the language of feeling good.
Oh, we feeling so good up here in Johannesburg. What do we have on the show today?
Ooh, so this one I'm super excited about because comedian and internet sensation Prev Reddy joins us to share the story behind his deeply personal debut memoir, Qualified Disappointment.
Ooh, I'm excited to chat to him about that one. And then we are turning up the energy just a bit. We've got the hit makers behind the viral smash, Sase Zola. It's Novix, it's Born King, and it's S&E. They are joining us live in studio. It's going to be such a good one.
And 100% going to be is, but friend, I need to tell you this. You need to stick around because things are going to be explosive. But first, let's get you into what exactly is going on all around the world.
Our beautiful ladies, thank you so much. With 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's delve right into your national news headlines, where moments of silence at the FIFA World Cup matches have honoured the memory of Bafana Bafana midfielder Jaden Adams, as tributes continue to pour in from across the football world following his passing. Now, police have opened an inquest into the circumstances around the 25-year-old's death. Authorities have not released the cause of death and have urged the public not to speculate while investigations continue. The global tributes reflect the impact Adams made on South African football and also the deep sense of loss felt across the sporting community. We're definitely keeping his family in our thoughts and prayers. In another bit of national news, the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture has called on artists, cultural organizations and members of the public to submit nominations for the 2026 National Arts and Culture Awards before the deadline by Sunday at midnight. Now, held under the theme celebrating our nation's creative excellence, the awards recognize outstanding contributions to South Africa's arts, culture and heritage sectors. Now, Minister Gayton McKenzie has urged South Africans to nominate deserving creatives, with nomination guidelines, eligibility criteria and award categories available on the official online portal. Let's take a look at your international news making headlines for this hour, where staff at a hospital treating Ebola patients in the Democratic Republic of Congo have gone on strike over unpaid salaries, disrupting services in the province at the center of the country's outbreak. Now, the walkout comes as health authorities confirmed the virus has spread to 2 more northern provinces, making it the worst Ebola outbreak in Africa's history. The outbreak has now reached almost 2,000 confirmed cases, with more than 700 deaths recorded. Meanwhile, an American aid worker infected with Ebola has been admitted to a hospital in Germany for treatment. In other news, Ukraine and 10 Western allies have announced a new air defense coalition aimed at jointly developing a cost-effective anti-ballistic missile system, and that's to strengthen Europe's protection against growing missile threats. Now, the initiative is intended to complement existing defense systems while helping Ukraine counter increasingly frequent Russian ballistic missile attacks. Meanwhile, Ukrainian lawmakers are preparing to vote on a new government after President Volodymyr Zelensky announced he's replacing Prime Minister Yulia Syrdenko after only 1 year, saying the move is intended to strengthen the country's security, but also their long-term resilience. For your 6 o'clock news, we close off with this story, a documentary exploring the realities of dementia and aging in modern-day South Africa, and that will take center stage at the Alzheimer's Association International Conference out in London this weekend. Now, Hearts Remember, directed by award-winning filmmaker Paul Majaji, features the first on-screen account of legendary football coach Clive Barker's battle with Lewy body dementia, alongside other South Africans living with the condition. Now, his son John recounts his father's final years as the family sought to help South Africans understand why the beloved coach stepped away from football. Already screened at international festivals, the documentary hopes to encourage greater understanding, reduce the stigma around and surrounding dementia and aging, and also highlight the compassion and human connection that endure long after memories begin to fade. That's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's get those sporting highlights from Graham.
Thank you for those emotional tributes. We start on an emotional note in sport. It's the big one for all football players. We are into the final stretch of the World Cup. The semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup kick off officially tonight as the 2018 champions France, who look very strong, face the reigning European champions Spain. Les Bleus, of course, booking their place in the last four thanks to a 2-0 win over Morocco, breaking our hearts in so doing. And then, of course, Spain edged out Belgium 2-1 to book their spot. Coverage of tonight's first semi-final gets underway across the SABC radio and TV platforms and SABC Plus for free, baby, at 8 o'clock tonight. Enjoy every second. I think we're going to see extra time tonight. Now let's get into the rugby lane as South Africa have progressed to the final of the World Rugby Under-20 Championship. That was following their 53-37 semi-final win over England. So hat-tricks from Yakin Ahmed and Kuthatso Rashivaga. They helped the Junior Boks recover from trailing by 20 points to 12 at half-time to show a bit of resilience there as well. South Africa will now face France in the final after the French outfit beat New Zealand 26-22 in a very tight semi-final. Now let's ramp up an age group with the Boks. The Springboks have named their squad for this weekend's coming Nations Championship clash with Wales. Jaco Williams, Vusi Moyo, Ruben van Heerden and Carlu Sadie are all set to make their test debuts as South Africa look to maintain their unbeaten run in the tournament and pretty much prove that we can field three full teams. It's going to be a big one, this one happening down in Durban on Saturday. All the best of luck to the debutants. Now we can get into the golfing lane now, and not the best news to report. With the Open happening as we speak, Louis Oosthuizen has withdrawn from this week's British Open due to a back injury, sadly. The 2010 Open champion confirmed he is not fit enough to compete at Royal Birkdale, ending hopes of another strong showing at the major. Oosthuizen will also miss next week's Live Golf UK event as he focuses on recovering before returning to competition. Just taking a moment. Happens to be one of the busiest weeks in golf, but we agree player safety comes first. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see how the weather is playing along this Tuesday morning.
Well, thank you so much, G-Man. Let's check in with your weather on this beautiful Tuesday. Polokwane is our first stop. So on your side, you'll start your Tuesday with some morning drizzle. Temperatures will rise from a low of 6 degrees to a beautiful high of 24. Now, as we look into the week ahead, expect bright sunny skies to dominate with fairly warm daytime highs peaking at 26 degrees tomorrow and also on Friday. Let's see what Klerksdorp has to offer. It's mostly sunny conditions that will take over today. Temperatures will start with a cold 3 and rise to a warmer 23. Now, the coming days bring daytime highs peaking at 23 to 24 degrees through to the weekend. In Pretoria, your day will be brightened by mostly sunny skies. As for your temperatures, they'll range between a low of 8 degrees and a high of 22. Now, looking ahead, sun-filled days are far from over with temperatures peaking at 24 degrees, and that happens through till Saturday with morning lows alternating between 7 and 8. Out in the city of gold, Johannesburg, what's good? On your side, it's mostly sunny skies that dominate your forecast for today. 7 is how you get started, 19 is your peak for today. And moving into the week, temperature highs will settle at 21 degrees from Wednesday through till Saturday. Mbombela, on your side of town, thunderstorms are in fact likely to develop by the afternoon today. 9 degrees is how you'll start with a daytime high peaking at 23. Now, looking further ahead, tomorrow brings mostly sunny skies with a few passing clouds. Temperatures will move between 9 and 26 degrees. And then out in the beautiful Bloemfontein, partly cloudy conditions will persist throughout your day today. Temperatures start at a freezing 1 degree, but it does increase to 21 as your high. Now you're in for sunful days ahead with pleasantly warming temperature highs, and those will peak at 21 consistently till Friday. Richards Bay, out on your coastline, you'll have a damp start to your morning with some light showers. Your temperatures will start at 12 degrees, but then it does climb to almost double at 23 as your high. Now tomorrow brings a welcomed return to sunny skies with temperatures ranging between 15 and 24. Durban, on your side, morning rain will make for a wet start to your day. Temperatures will rise from a low of 11 and increase to a high of 23. Now, the next 3 days brings you sunny skies with temperatures peaking at 23 degrees before cloudy conditions return by the weekend. Let's head into Mthatha next, where morning fog will give way to sunny skies by the afternoon. Let's look at your temperatures. You start with a cold 5 and that increases to a high of 23. Now, plenty of sunshine with a few passing clouds can be expected in the upcoming days, with tomorrow's temperatures remaining much the same as today. Uba, on your side, are partly cloudy days on the cards for you today. Temperatures move between a freezing 2 and a high of 22. Now, grey skies will define the upcoming days with pleasantly warm temperature highs, not exceeding 23 degrees for the rest of the week. Kugompo City, on your side, today you'll look up to some partly cloudy skies. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between a brisk 9 degrees and a warm 23. Now, cloudy skies will take over your week with wet conditions expected to roll in from Friday, and that comes in at a chance of 40%. Ebeja, morning fog will clear to sunny skies by this afternoon. Now, your temperatures, well, they'll start at a brisk 9 and then they'll rise to a set high of 22 degrees. As we look into the week, cloudy conditions do remain, with tomorrow's temperatures drifting from a chilly 10 and increasing to a high of 21. And then on the side of gorgeous George, today will unfold under mostly sunny skies on your parts. Temperatures will shift between a nippy 9, doubling up to 18 as your high. Now, the outlook remains mostly cloudy and humid, with cool to pleasant temperatures, and that will peak at 19 degrees tomorrow through to Thursday. Cape Town, out of the mother city, a grey foggy start will transition into some brighter, sunnier conditions a bit later today. Temperatures sit between a cool 10 and a high of 15 degrees today. As we look ahead, your days will be defined by cloudy and humid conditions, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 11 and 17. And then out in Sutherland, you'll be looking up to mostly sunny skies today, although it is a bitingly cold start with 2 degrees with a high of 17 waiting for you. Now, tomorrow starts on a chilly note at 4 degrees before warming up to a pleasant 18 with mostly cloudy skies expected. Kimberley, on your side, you'll spend your Tuesday under mostly sunny skies. Very cold start though, nail-biting 1 degrees is your minimum with a max sitting at 23. Now, sunny skies will continue dominating your week with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm throughout, peaking at 24 degrees on Friday. Final stop, Uppington. On your side today brings you bright sunny skies with calm southerly winds. Now, temperatures rise from a freezing 1, but it does warm up nicely to 24 degrees. Tomorrow brings you sunny skies with temperatures starting at 2 degrees and increasing to 25, and then, of course, 27 the next day. Brighter days are ahead for Uppington. Let's check out what it looks like on a different side of South Africa. Kugompo City, stand up. Out in the Eastern Cape, Leroy Snyman sent this gorgeous morning view. I absolutely love it. The different shades of the sky meeting the horizon, meeting the front foliage over there. Leroy, you've done your country proud. On your side of town, 21 degrees is what you can experience and expect in Kugompo City. And I have to say that we've still got 7 and 8 o'clock to get into. So please go ahead and share what it's looking like on your side. I'll give you that number once again, 063-036-9649. That's how you get in touch with us. Clean the lens, send it through, and we'll be excited to see as we start thinking about how to dress our Kindle for today.
I get by with a little help from my friends. We are all about office well-being, the chemistry, and this is where you've really got to think of yourself as being one of our colleagues. We need a bit of help. I don't want the single-digit lows to fool you. Yes, spring will return. We know this because the fashion houses are loving the transitional element, and we get to delve into that right now. A new season calls for a fresh approach to style. It's where we can start having a little bit of fun. We can start introducing the nuances of a bit of change. We're going to transition to a new season, so I need a little bit of help choosing between two transitional looks, let's call them. Love them both for me, but they are quite different, so this is why I need your help. So option one, to my right, effortlessly stylish and very easy to wear, which sounds great. I like the cream striped shirt over a khaki tee, beautiful fit with that khaki tee. Straight-legged jeans, crisp white sneakers. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a reason why we lean into this for a transitional period. It's comfortable, it looks good, it's slick, relaxed, smart, casual, perfect for the transition out of winter. Then we move to my left here, very different little fashion pocket, if you will. Also loving the tonal vibes here. So we haven't let go of winter completely. Polished with a contemporary edge, let's say. Nice dark bomber jacket. And if you haven't got or invested in a bomber this season, do it now while the sales are looking good. Then we've got a tailored checkered trouser, beautiful as well. Fits really nicely. Checkered scarf. And then the refined look that's ideal for crisp spring days comes together beautifully with our brogues. I like both looks so much. They kind of speak to two different personality types on two different days. So how am I feeling today? I might need a little bit of help from you, as we do from the team. So you can head over to Expresso's social media pages and go and vote for your favorite look. We aren't judging, we just need your help. And please don't forget to use that hashtag styled by Woolies so we can track you online. And then let's have a little fun. But I love them both, so the choice is yours.
Man.
Very good looks.
Tough choices.
And I was trying to like sneakily look out the corner of my eye at your outfits, and I think both would actually land beautifully with yours.
Compliment beautifully.
Love them, so thanks. Head over to the socials, let us know. And then I think we're going to do a lot of engagement today. I think you're going to ask a lot of questions and want to, because we are entering into the workplace dynamic with a new lens, so to speak.
Absolutely. Daniel Mayer joins us once again to sit down and just kind of take us through those work-life boundaries that we need to establish to make sure that burnout doesn't become our reality before 2026 ends.
I mean, not even halfway. Oh, no, we're just halfway
Just
through.
about.
And I think a lot of people are feeling that pressure, and it's a real thing. So don't ignore it. Wouldn't it be nice to have a tool that we could introduce into the workspace to help us track burnout and where we are and just check in with each other? So I absolutely love that. And we'll delve into that enriching conversation after this.
It's my field of breakfast show.
Well, welcome back and a very big good morning to you, Mzansi. It's so good to spend this beautiful Tuesday along with you as we talk about that work-life balance. It is possible, I think, I hope. Okay, so here's the question. When at work, do you feel guilty when you take a break, and why?
Oh, you know, everyone, first of all, didn't think of the person that feels guilty taking a break. I bet you all of you thought of that person who you know feels nuts for taking a break. They're having a break right now from last week. Well, let us know. 0630369649. That is the number to use if you want to chat about anything today. And I'd love for you to weigh in with some of your insights as well. It's that time of the year.
It is.
Burnout is a real thing, man. And we've got to do something about it because it's the kind of thing, unfortunately, you can't go back and fix retrospectively.
Right.
Let's be proactive.
Yeah. So we're talking about corporate wellness in particular. It isn't just about helping people recover from burnout. It's about preventing it, or at least trying to in the first place. And as part of this morning's focus on workplace well-being, staff wellness counsellor Daniela Med joins us once again to explore how recognizing the early signs and setting healthier boundaries, emphasis on that, can help us work well without sacrificing ourselves. Ooh.
Good morning, Daniela.
Good
morning.
That's a big one.
It is a big one, but I'm seeing happy faces all
Well,
around.
I mean, there's a few jumping off. So first of all, you sorted out all relationships, so we don't have to talk about relationships anymore. Now we can just deal with the workplace dynamic. When we talk about boundaries, you saw me a second ago standing on national TV asking people to help me get dressed in my lounge while they're in their bedroom. Okay, very few boundaries remain in TV land. The feeling of burnout, how do we classify that first of all? Because I think all of us have a slightly different version, and it is relative, surely.
Right.
It is relative, but I think the most important thing is there's a difference between being very busy and burnout. And I think the best way I can explain it is if you've got a cell phone and the battery is running low and you go and plug it in and it recharges.
Get 5%.
That's being busy, exactly. You're so busy, you're on your phone all the time, emails, whatever, you go recharge it, happy days. Burnout is completely different. Burnout is kind of like when you've lost the charger completely.
Sure.
And you've got no way of connecting it to power up again. So I think the best thing to do is, am I busy that when I take a break or a weekend or whatever, I feel refreshed? Or am I in this doom and gloom, nothing's getting better, I need to check out of life completely, you know? So I think that's the difference.
I like that analogy, actually. It puts a lot into perspective.
Yeah, it's almost like as you were talking, I can feel the seesaw just getting too much on one side, and you can jump on the side and get it back
100%.
up. But unless you clear that weight, that's hectic.
Definitely.
All right, so from the people that you've actually counseled, I'm curious to hear, what's one early sign of burnout? Maybe you could help somebody today that we can recognize and maybe tackle.
So I think the best thing to do is rely on people who know you, because we get so caught up in this chaos of our life, and as we go on, we kind of just melt into what we're becoming. So I think that one of the early signs is, are you more irritable than normal? Are you sleeping worse? Are you snappy, you know? And people around you will say, you've kind of lost your spark, you know? There's something going on and you look like you need a break, you know? Because these people have also seen you be busy and how you recover.
Right.
So I think that if people start noticing, or if you start noticing that something just doesn't quite feel like yourself.
You just can't reset,
And you can't figure it out either. Why? What is going on? Like, there's nothing going on in my life to make me feel this way. I think that's a good sign that you're heading towards something that really needs to change.
And then you work in TV and you realize that every second you spend here is exhausting and under duress, and you are validated by how you can stay standing. And I say this, and I'm laying it on thick because this has been the career thread for me. You prove your worth by how hard you are, how long you can work, how little sleep you can survive until you can't.
Exactly.
And then there's no one waiting to pick you back up because the system is like that. How do we set boundaries when we are defined by our output?
So the first thing I want to do is differentiate what the meaning of a boundary is and what this martyrdom is. So a boundary is not saying that I am no, I'm not going to be available, or no, I'm not going to be here at 4 a.m. or whatever the story is.
We've still got to achieve what we've got to achieve,
We still have
right?
to achieve, and we have to follow through with our commitments. A boundary is kind of a way for you to protect yourself and your mental health. So a boundary might be, you know what, for me, at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., my phone's going to go off. You don't need to be available at 1 in the morning to answer an email. And I guarantee you nobody's ever been promoted or gotten a raise because of how many emails they've answered after 5 o'clock, you know? So when you talk about how do I show my worth in the workplace, it's quality over quantity. And when you take care of yourself and you have those boundaries in place, you produce a much better quality of work.
Yeah.
And that is what people are looking for, because they want to know that you're reliable and that they can count on you and that you're going to give good quality. Not that if they phone you at 1 in the morning, you're going to answer the phone.
Well, and if that's the expectation that you're feeling, perhaps your role isn't what has been laid out. And I think that's that you've maybe become a personal crutch for that person within your work dynamic. Maybe you've become a crutch for the team because there are elements of that system that are missing.
Exactly.
And that's something that you need to do about systemically, not emotionally. That needs to be fixed,
so
right?
it's very often about what the expectations are of you. And I also find very often that people feel like if they're not on the go at all times, that they're not valued or they're not valuable.
That's a good one.
And I think the thing is to say, you know what, take a break, calm down, let's prioritize everything that needs to happen. And on the top of the priority list needs to be your mental health, because you want to keep this career or this job for an extended period of time.
Can't drink from a broken cup,
Exactly, you can't drink from a broken cup, and it's so, you know.
How about
so
martyrdom? Let's touch on that. So then where does that reach into?
Because martyrs love a little martyrdom.
This is the thing. I mean, we see it in relationships all the time. It's, I don't need anything. I just want to make sure that you've got everything you need so that you can see how valuable I am. And the thing is that so often we also see people are kind of like trying so hard to find their value that it takes somebody else to give them kind of permission almost to take a break, you know?
So that would say you need a strong leader to be able to step into these positions. But who breaks that cycle then? Because now you're talking about childhood trauma, people pleasing. When we get into that space of why we act in these ways, it takes us a few steps back. So where does that start? It really does.
But I think that we are very lucky to be living in the time that we are, where it is so accepted now to take mental health breaks and check out and speak. I mean, there are so many corporates now that have like enormous staff wellness programs, you know, and HR departments that really want to help, you know. So I think that it is very important to just always keep in the back of your mind that you are no good to anybody unless you are whole.
Yeah.
And it's so cliched, and people are like,
it's the value of the human capital, It's what efficacy.
And you're in charge of it. We are all individually in charge of it.
We have agency. It's a nice reminder of that. So if somebody wants to make a change today, I know that we're going to keep you around for a part 2, but if they could just implement something or at least start thinking about it, what would you suggest or recommend?
Well, the first thing is, if you're working for a company, check out the HR department and check out what there is on offer in case you want to utilize that. But the second thing is, we also are creatures of habit. So we need to make these changes slowly. So kind of put down a list of things that you'd like to try and achieve. And if today is the only day that you're going to take your whole lunch break and turn your phone off so that you're not available, or you're going to decide that you're only going to answer emails until 5 o'clock and then you're going to stop, start setting those boundaries, the small ones.
And test them out, see what works. Bring other people into your journey.
Exactly.
Say, guys, I'm testing out a thing to help us all just be a bit more relaxed on a Friday. Can we institute a rule that we're not going to send emails after?
Absolutely,
and if we
I love that.
Because then you can have a backup plan for that emergency call that does need to be made at 1 o'clock. Then we work within, not someone getting fired retrospectively because they didn't answer their phone because there was this surreal expectation that no one had actually ever laid out.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Part 1 of this conversation has already got all of us thinking. Daniela May, thank you for joining us. And she's going absolutely nowhere. We really do want to tackle burnout and try our best to get that work-life balance as best as possible. We're in this together, but we'll get back to you on the other side of this break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we get into part 2 of an incredible conversation that's going to help you, I promise. Now, we often think about burnout as something that only affects our performance at work, but I think it's so much more than that.
Oh, man, it's difficult.
Yeah.
There's another boundary to maintain. When the stress comes home with us, it can quietly begin to affect our relationships. It affects our sleep, our health, even our immunity gets affected. And I think it's those moments at home that we think are our safe place. When that gets affected, that's when we need to get the big guns in, like staff wellness counsellor Daniela Mayer. She is back to unpack the hidden cost of burnout beyond the workplace now.
I like that, the hidden costs. It is pricey.
Very
It's
pricey.
expensive. Oh
Very.
my goodness.
Especially when you go divorce.
Sure.
I can imagine. Okay, so burnout doesn't, as we said, end at the office, right? It actually spills over into other spaces. So what's usually the first part of someone's personal life that gets to suffer from burnout?
So burnout actually is caused from the office, but it is the first thing that follows you home. So it's acted out at home, not at the
it
workplace.
almost lives out at home.
It lives out at home because when you go back to work, you put that mask back on that I can do whatever you need me to do. So personal life suffers tremendously, and this is why I said earlier, like count on the people who really know you to make sure, like to keep you in check, because there's this amazing thing that I've learned over the years is that when you are someone's safe place, they don't need to put in any pretenses. So when somebody takes everything out on you, it's because they feel safest to be their natural self around you. And this is where burnout becomes a big problem, because that often is your children, your wife, your husband, your partner, your family, and it is not fair to them, and it causes so much damage because you're not the same person, you don't treat the people around you the same way, and it just causes this buildup of resentment.
Right.
There's a detachment, I feel, certainly in my case, where I feel like I can't even explain to them how I'm feeling. And we work in a very empathetic space, and I'm doing even more intense empathetic work now where I find it difficult to come back. And it almost feels like a responsibility to stay there a little bit. I've shifted to framing it with my family to make them a part of that journey, because I have to. Every time I come home from work, I get the flow of consciousness, my poor wife trying to understand what I'm even talking about. But I need that. But it's that feeling for myself of feeling disconnected and not knowing even where to begin. I'm home, but I'm not present.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
How do we address that within ourselves? Because I can't expect those closest to me who I'm also trying to protect.
Yeah, okay, so I'm so glad you said that. The first thing is that even in the workplace or at home, right, we've got absenteeism, which is a problem. Presenteeism is even worse.
Have you just given us something new to hate about ourselves?
What is
Presenteeism is when you're there physically, but your mind is elsewhere.
Oh, it's rough.
So that's even worse, because for the people around you, they think that you're there, but you're not. And then they come and they try and take from you, engage, and you're not there, and they can't understand why.
And this is the behaviour they're going to model as adults subconsciously.
100%.
Yeah.
But the best thing that you said now leads to, we don't want to feel like we're burdening our partner or our families. But by not sharing with them and without giving them a little bit, what we're saying to them really is, I don't trust that you can handle this. And what is that in return saying is, I'm better than you. I can handle this, you can't handle this. So I'm not going to put this...
Right back.
Exactly. So what does this say? Where's this communication? That we're supposed to be a team. You're saying now that I'm not capable, so stuff you, almost, you know? And that's where the cycle, really begins to, throw the wheels off.
And that's how we land up in your office.
And I think we, 100%. You know, she's just leaving little breadcrumbs to lead us all there. Now we got relationships at work and we got relationships at home. I'm now beginning to understand. But there is something about, I think, we're not going to connect to find a solution. We are connecting to process what has happened. And I think if people can separate those two things, especially men, you're not asking for someone to come and save the day. You're just trying to figure out how it all needs to be put together.
Definitely, and you want to be able to just offload. So I've got a very cool trick that I use.
Tell us, please.
Is that when you're speaking to someone or someone wants to speak to you, right? So if you come home and you're busy and whatever, have a rule in your house to say, okay, I need to talk to you. Response, do you want a solution or do you just want ears?
Yeah,
That's
Okay,
it.
I
That's
just
far
want
too grown up
ears.
for my household. I don't know how we're going to ever get close to that. I don't know.
Because what we hate is when we've got this overload of information and this burnout and everything, we don't want somebody who doesn't know to come and give us advice that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
To say, you know, I just need ears. Please, I just need a vent. That's
I
it.
just
You know,
need
I don't need
listen.
you to say anything, but now we've shared
Yeah.
and I feel involved in your life.
Right.
And it makes it so
You're
much
not alone.
smoother.
You're
Connecting
not
there.
alone.
Tough for men because they like to come with solutions, but I mean, sometimes all we need is a listening ear.
Exactly.
So if somebody's listening right now to this conversation and they're recognizing themselves, all the signs are going off, they're saying, okay, me. How do they start building a healthier life going forward, both at home and at work?
I think, firstly, take like a really long think about
Yeah.
your life, where you are now, where you were hoping to be, you know, what the difference in between is. Have a look at your family situation. Be really honest with yourself. And I mean, I love lists. I always say lists.
Lists are great.
But make a list of the things that aren't quite right for you, you know. Identify them. Once you've identified them, you can start to make change. And don't put too much pressure on yourself, like baby steps, you know. If one thing that you don't like is the way that you treat your cat because your boss shouted at you, every time your boss shouts at you, think, you know, try and make a mental note, like, I mustn't take this out of my cat, you know? And just make these little changes every day. And soon, once we've started doing these little things, it changes our behavior.
Small, incremental, little steps, not the
Always.
whole mountain, just little bits. We don't want to
Exactly.
mention a mountain this time of the year. Okay, we're not even talking about
Spirit.
hills when we're talking about burnout, okay? Just one foot in front of the other. No, the bottom line is, and we see this in an organizational sense, and maybe our industry highlights this, the worst moments become the best if you work through them. That's the opportunity that burnout reveals. It's time to recalibrate, make those changes. It isn't a sign of weakness.
Right.
Something just isn't gelling. It's often a sign that something needs to change before our health has to pay the price, or worse yet, our family and the people we care about. Think about that, gents, before you act all tough and stoic.
Absolutely.
Daniela,
Okay.
thank you for joining us
Thank you
again.
so much for having me.
Always coming through
So
with so
good.
much knowledge. Definitely a lot for us to digest, take in, and maybe actually have a break right now. And I know our girls out in Jersey are taking a break in the most perfect way. Please save us a risk.
Or two.
We will definitely save you some rusks, my loves. We'll pack them up and then we'll send them to Cape Town.
Yes, 100%. I think we're in the mid of the year now, and I
Yeah.
think we all just really need to take a break.
100%, because when was the last time you stopped?
Yeah.
Made yourself a cup of coffee, grabbed an Omar rusk, and just took a proper break, just a breather.
I think our time is right now.
I think so too.
I think our
so
time
too.
is like,
With
let's
our
have a break
family.
right now. Okay, so when was the last time you actually stopped and said, my girl, let me look within myself, let's take a break?
The last time I took a break, and I'm going to be very honest,
Yes.
was December 2023. Yeah. 2023, and that was when I decided to take a little bit of a voyage, and I went overseas, and I took a bit of a break.
Okay, do we have one coming up?
Yes, in December.
Please.
Because, and forgive me, it was 2024.
Okay.
So the whole of 2025, I've been working, whole of 2026. So this question is for me, actually.
Okay.
And to anyone else who's like, oh my goodness, I haven't taken a break in a long time. We are together in this thing, which is why Omar Rust is here to remind us.
But you know why I think it's so difficult for us to take a break? Social media plays a huge role.
Yeah.
Somewhere, someone is always doing something.
Yeah.
So as soon as you take a break, you feel like you are being left behind.
100%.
But the truth is, being booked and busy isn't actually what a break is, what success is. And I think we really need to stop and take a break sometimes.
100%, and I think we always see it as well, just in how you see so many people who become successful and then they either sadly take their lives or they suffer from mental health and all of these things. Just showing you that, yes, it is nice to be able to follow your dreams and do all of these really big, big things that you've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
But it isn't the thing that's going to fulfill you at the end of the day.
100%.
It's about what is actually filling you.
And taking a break is actually helping you for your future.
When last did you take a break, ma'am? Ha! Busy judging me over here.
I'm actually very big on taking breaks.
Really?
For my birthday this year, I literally, in my alarm clock situation, my schedule, it was 1:30 to 3 o'clock. I said, I'm putting my phone off. Just an hour and a half. That was my birthday gift to myself. I said, I'm taking a break for an hour and a half. It's something.
I was going to say, Chandli, you took an hour and a half out of a year.
Says the one who didn't take a break since 2024.
Okay. I have been trying, though, The other day I went home.
The other
To
day?
my mom, yes. The
Yes.
other day, about a week and a half ago. Hence I say I'm trying. You know, we're making a few strides here and there, taking a few steps. I went home to the Eastern Cape and me and my mom just went and walked on the beach. And then we went home and we sat and just watched some television. So that for me was a break. It was only like a little bit of less than a day, but it was completely different to being in the hustle and bustle of Johannesburg.
And actually, let's just tell people what we did last week. We also had a cute little lunch.
Yes.
And that was a break for us too,
It
just to shut off from the
was.
world.
It was, and we spoke about secrets.
We did.
Yeah.
And we didn't speak about work. We were like, let's just talk about us, our personal lives, and put work to the side. So I think
100%.
sometimes that's also what the break is, because we're so consumed by what we do every day
Yeah.
that sometimes you just have to think about everything else outside of work.
100%. Cheers.
Cheersies!
Here's
Time
to
to
making sure that we all take just a little bit of a dip out in life sometimes.
And I think, Mzansi, it is your time to just take a break. So listen up, because this year, Oma is helping you, of course, take a real break. And you guys have a chance to win your share of 150,000 individually wrapped Oma Rust to enjoy the ultimate time to dip together. How can they do it?
All you got to do is simply head to omar.co.za, nominate your office, fill in the quick entry form, confirm your email, my friend, and you're in. Just like that. Then it's all just left to do. All you got left to do, rather, is cross your fingers, because your office could be next in line for a delicious Omar time into dip. And of course, my friend, it is that Omar time to dip surprise. T's and C's do apply, but I wanted Omar time dip surprise.
Oh,
Because you got one, didn't you?
I did.
Exactly.
Andre surprised me. Okay, I can make a surprise.
Charlie, please leave me alone. Oh my goodness. Listen, Zanti, you got to make sure that you go and enter, because I know I want one. Tell them how great yours was.
Oh, mine was insane. I mean, live TV, you don't actually take a time to dip and to break. So shout out to Andre, just reminding me rather to just dip, stir, eat, relax.
100%. Do the right thing and enter.
Officially unavailable for meeting activities. I'm on a break.
Andre!
I'm on a break!
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thanks for joining us. Listen, the conversation is about to get so real right now.
Love it.
Today we're exploring how healthier workplace relationships can transform performance and leadership and also corporate wellness. And we definitely have brought in the big guns today.
Oh, joining us is Dr. Simon Kettleborough, founding partner of Aphoria, to discuss the Enneagram. And I think if you are in a workflow, you have encountered this notion, how it connects to leadership, to development, and why understanding the dynamics between your colleagues may be the key to building stronger, more resilient organizations. I think we're going to need that now in the current space. So a very good morning. Thank you for being here, ready to save the world.
Pleasure. Oh, I don't know about that.
Come on,
think you are.
one company at a time. Well, you've come to the craziest company on earth.
Okay.
But as you can feel, there is a an energy here, a chemistry, a group dynamic that is undeniable, because we have to kind of be there for each other. So it makes an interesting space to work through something like this. So thank you so much for being here and for doing the work that you do on behalf of those that you've helped.
Well, you put me through some work, but we'll get into that in just a second. As you talk about corporate wellness, it's often associated with things like stress management, and then on the other side also burnout. So let's talk about a broader view. What does wellness actually mean in a high-functioning space?
I mean, I think for me, wellness, it's often been seen as an individual thing.
Right.
So it's like we've got to download the mindfulness app, we've got to go to the gym, we've got to watch what we eat.
Yeah, it's on you, it's yours.
Exactly. My sense is that wellness is much broader than that. It's a corporate question, it's a culture question, and it's a systemic thing as well.
It's an output thing.
Yeah.
I think, I remember reading an article where someone was saying a company that loses a key person, or when someone is compromised, can take 5 years for that company to recover. And why there's such a strong focus on staff retention. Now, we got the staff, let's look after them.
You have to, actually.
Absolutely. So I think it's the responsibility of corporates to create an environment that people want to come to, that people get on with. And that really, really helps relationships to flourish.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we talk about the Enneagram now?
Sure.
Okay, so please explain to people what this is exactly. It's not just another personality test. It actually defines something and helps us better understand the spaces that we're in and also ourselves. So what is it and how does it make us more effective?
And you know it from the inside now, because you did your assessment this morning, right?
And I can see all sorts of buttons being pushed.
Yeah, but
along the way.
All of the
It was
above,
really
none of the
interesting.
above.
I'm worried about that button.
Okay, so a lot of personality tests measure behaviour, like the surface behaviour. What do people do?
Yeah.
The Enneagram, it says, no, we want to go deeper than that. We want to understand what the motivation is for why people
why.
It's the why.
Yeah.
It's the driver of the behaviour. And that's like critical, because when we can understand that, and that's buried in our operating system, okay? It's really deep down, this motivation. When we can understand that, I mean, particularly from a wellness perspective, we can understand why we do the things that we do. So we see the patterns in our behaviour and how they can get driven sometimes, particularly under stress. And I think, we're all living in organisational life. There's a huge amount of stress.
It's almost
Here, less, it
incumbent.
seems, in this organisation. But in many organisations...
It's all for show.
In many organisations, there's a huge lot of stress. So our drivers get overused, and then we can get into difficulty with health and with well-being. So the helpful person becomes the person that does everybody else's job. The perfectionist becomes the person that's up until 4 a.m. looking at the 200-page report and making sure that every comma is there. And so that's not helpful. So it's really good to know the pattern and the driver.
And the crazy thing is, so many people will be validating themselves. We're saying, I'm the guy who was up all night doing the thing. I'm filling in the blanks in my system, and breaking or compromising that system as a result.
Absolutely. And that's a very old story that person's running. It's like, I'm only going to be okay if I do that. I expend myself to 130%.
And do you know how many people have just looked up from the hamster wheel right now, like, I get it.
So there are 9 results that you can get.
9 types.
9 types that you can get.
That's right, yep.
I'm number 4.
All right.
What is that?
Should I be excited?
I don't know.
Scared?
I know. I mean, I would, and I'd love if you do yours as well.
I would love it.
Yeah,
because the dynamic is the thing that's interesting, right? So the Enneagram 4 is the kind of intense, creative, sensitive, artistic person who feels really deeply. Actually, expresses themselves artistically.
Parts of that in me too. Yeah.
Does it resonate? Did you get a chance to read?
100%. I don't always get to be creative on the show, but I looked at the overview and I was like, there are parts to this that it definitely resonates with me.
But we're actually more than just one number. But I mean, that's not a conversation for now. But there's deep complexity within the Enneagram and multiple layers.
Complex.
I know this, and intuitive in very powerful ways. You are very complex in how you can just land things that I'm like, how are you piecing these things together? It says to me that the chemistry, it's great when it organically happens and you can kind of figure this out. But as an organization, when you can strategically start playing and positioning and offsetting people and getting then the sum of the parts, it starts becoming, how do we use this as an organization? So what does that journey look like when you step into an organization and start optimizing how we work in this way?
And I think that's shifted over time. So I think for the longest time, organisations like ours and people like me were going into organisations and they were saying, OK, we've got an individual problem, so there's somebody that we want you to work with, or grow or develop, it doesn't have to be a problem, or a team that isn't functioning particularly well or needs support of some description.
It's like triage, yeah.
Well, it can be triage, yeah, but it can also be growth and development and quite
positive, yeah.
generative. What we've noticed over time, though, again and again, is that it's not necessarily an individual problem or a team problem. We've located many of the challenges in organisations to key critical pairings. So it's interesting that you two should bring
You
this
did
up.
need to do the test now, Gray.
Yeah.
But if you can imagine, so you've got the CEO and the CFO or the sales director and the marketing director at senior levels in the organisation.
Right.
How they get on has a huge systemic impact. So you've got all of marketing and all of sales who are affected by the sales and marketing directors getting on. And so it's a deeply systemic impact of one mission critical pair. So we've started to focus there much more in terms of our interventions.
Acting on this information must be interesting because you must be dealing with some powerful people. I want you to think about that for a second now. Once we have to start, because there are some bigger, I'm thinking bigger organizations that are run by some very strong personalities.
Yep.
Head of production, head of finance, how does that work?
Yeah.
Very, very interesting discussion. Thank you so much, Doctor, for the imprint that you're making in workspaces.
You've got to come back now.
Very, very interesting.
Okay.
I think we might have to make it a weekly thing, yeah.
I'll come back if you do your individual assessment and then we'll send you your professional pairs report and I'll come and debrief it. How about that?
I love that. And we will move through this entire team. But they call it a work marriage for a reason.
That's right.
Okay, you got to put in the work. Absolutely love this for your workspace. Start thinking about the dynamic between people in your workspace. Maybe there is some magic in the water there that you haven't tapped into yet.
You can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
When sinus congestion sets in, it's easy to think the goal is simply to dry it out and move on. But true sinus relief isn't only about easing pressure in the moment. It's about helping the system recover properly so symptoms don't just linger or return. Today, we are joined by Antje Engelbrecht, registered pharmacist with 25 years experience and head of marketing at Orstel Pharmaceuticals. It's great to have her here because we're here to talk about something that affects so many of us, especially as we head into cold and flu season. Antje, welcome back.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about this approach that Sanupret is taking?
When you're congested and you've got a cold and flu, you often feel you've got all of this mucus. You just want to get rid of it. It must be gone. And a traditional cold and flu medicine, what they do is, yes, they give you temporary relief, reduce a bit of the swelling, and you start feeling that drying up effect. But what we're saying is that drying does not necessarily equal recovery. Mucus is a really important part of our immune system because it traps viruses and bacteria and allergens and actually helps to expel it out of the body. When we dry up mucus, we cause quite a thick, sticky situation going on. And it almost becomes like a glue that traps these pathogens even more effectively than what it's supposed to. And this can lead to more congestion, more inflammation, and in a lot of instances, it can become a breeding ground for infection. So we say, don't dry it, it's not recovery, drain it. And as soon as you're sorting out the drainage, your body can actually heal better and recover.
Can you expand on some of the benefits for that?
So our body is very intelligently designed, and it's actually supposed to take trapped mucus and get it out with the viruses, with the bacteria, with the pathogens that's causing illness. And when we don't do that, it actually solidifies, and it's not supposed to solidify. So when you're drying up, you're causing thick, sticky mucus. It forms like almost an impenetrable barrier. And what happens then is the mucus that's supposed to come out doesn't come out. Again, like I said, you get inflammation, you get more congestion, and your body's not recovering. How Sinupret then works more fundamentally different and more effective in this process is that Sinupret doesn't dry. It actually promotes your body's drainage to help get rid of the excess mucus and that trapped mucus. So Sinupret works by thinning the mucus, loosening it, helping it to get out, but also reducing the inflammation and the swelling that's causing this congestion, together with the mucus in the first place. So in doing that, Sinupret actually opens up so that everything can flow naturally again. And by not drying, by actually helping with drainage, Sinupret helps the body heal and recover better.
Incredible. I mean, what would you say makes this clinically proven formulation, help clear symptoms of colds and flus effectively, like clearing mucus and relieving pressure?
So if you look at Sinupret, we've got extensive clinical trials, and we've got the highest level of clinical trials. And what's important to understand is that it's on the combination of all the ingredients together. So these ingredients, this combination of ingredients works so well together. In addition to that, we've also got some clinical studies on Sinupret to show that Sinupret actually helps you recover 4 days faster.
Can you elaborate on these significant benefits and tell our viewers the different forms of Sinupret that are available?
Absolutely. The clinical benefits of Sinupret is really important because it points to its effectiveness. And we know that when you're sick, it's really important to get back to all the things that you need to. You can't have an off day. It's getting back to work routine, school,
family,
whatever. Exactly. So often when we also have colds and flus that's from a viral origin, if that mucus stays trapped and it doesn't drain, it can also lead to secondary bacterial infections. So because of the way that Sinupret works with the benefit of the drainage as well as the antiviral and antibacterial properties, we have a benefit of also helping with that progression of the disease. So besides just helping with the symptoms from a cold and flu perspective, Sinupret then also helps with the root cause. And in some instances, we can also then help patients not to have to take certain antibiotics at certain points. And that we know is a big thing in current healthcare in South Africa. So next, we know that if one person in the family gets sick, the whole family gets sick. And therefore, we've also got a range when it comes to Sinupret. You've got the syrup, which is a child-friendly cherry taste formulation that can be used from the age of 2 years. And then we have the Sinupret Plus tablets for adults and adolescents from the age of 12 years. So whether you're battling a cold, flu, sinusitis, Sinupret is the clinically proven approach that drains, it doesn't dry, to help you recover more completely and faster.
Thank you so much, Anshin, for joining us here on your Feel Good Breakfast show and telling us all we need to know about Sinupret. We trust and believe it's going to be our companion this winter. You stand the chance to win 2,500 Rand with Sanupret. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us your story about how Sanupret helped you breathe easier and feel clearer. Don't forget to use hashtag #SanupretDrainIt. Competition closes on the 20th of July 2026. T's and C's do apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
Don't dry it, drain it with Sanupret, SA's #1 prescribed colds, flu, and sinusitis treatment. Available at a pharmacy near you.
Well, thank you so much, Kuhle, for that vital conversation. It brings us to a minute after 7 o'clock. Let's get you updated on those national news headlines, where alleged crime kingpin Vusimuzi Katmatlala has withdrawn from his plea agreement with the National Prosecuting Authority in the Pretoria Specialised Commercial Crimes Court. Now, the case relates to a 228 million Rand Medicare 24 contract awarded by the South African Police Service. Matala had previously pleaded guilty to multiple charges and agreed to cooperate with investigators. Now, the court has declared the plea and sentencing agreement null and void, postponing the matter to the 11th of September while the prosecution and defence determine the way forward. Now, in other news in our country, moments of silence at the FIFA World Cup matches have honoured the memory of Bafana Bafana midfielder Jaden Adams as tributes continue to pour in from across the football world following his passing this weekend. Police have opened an inquest into the circumstances surrounding the 25-year-old's death. Authorities have not released the cause of death and have urged the public not to speculate while the investigation continues. The global tributes reflect the impact Adams made on South African football and also the deep sense of loss felt across the sporting community. Once again, our deep condolences go out to his family. Let's take a look now at your international news-making headlines. We start with U.S. President Donald Trump, who says the United States has reinstated its blockade of Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz, effective immediately, with a proposed 20% charge on cargo passing through the strategic waterway to cover security costs. Now, details of how the measure will be enforced remain unclear. The announcement comes as the US and Iran continue exchanging strikes, while Tehran has warned against American involvement in managing the shipping route. Commercial vessel traffic through the strait remains limited, with oil prices yesterday rising by more than 5%. Meanwhile, staff at a hospital treating Ebola patients in the Democratic Republic of the Congo have gone on strike over unpaid salaries, disrupting services in the province at the center of the country's outbreak. Now, the walkout comes as health authorities confirm the virus has spread to 2 more northern provinces, making it the worst Ebola outbreak in Africa's history. Now, the outbreak has now reached almost 2,000 confirmed cases, with more than 700 deaths recorded. Meanwhile, an American aid worker infected with Ebola has been admitted to a hospital in Germany for treatment. Let's close off here with a tiny jackdaw found starving and close to death. And it's making an inspiring recovery at the British Wildlife Rescue Centre thanks to an unlikely feathered friend. Now, nicknamed Frank Sinatra for his striking blue eyes, the young bird was rescued from a field suffering from severe malnutrition and also placed in a recovery unit soon after. Caregivers were astonished when another fledgling began feeding and looking after him, despite only recently learning to feed itself. Staff say the unusual bond is helping Frank Sinatra regain his strength and also confidence, with hopes he will soon learn to fly before being released back into the wild. Sometimes a helping wing really does make all the difference. On that note, we leave your 7 o'clock news. We'll touch base again at 8. For now, let's get the latest in sports with Graham.
Not ready for a name change yet? Oh, we can all be this excited. Why? The Football World Cup is here. The semi-finals are happening tonight. The first of the semi-finals, in fact, kick off this evening, and it's a big one. Our 2018 champions, France, who look like they kind of have one hand on that trophy. They face the reigning European champions, Spain. Les Bleus, of course, booking their place in the last 4 thanks to that 2-0 win over Morocco, while Spain edged out Belgium 2-1 to book their spot. Coverage of tonight's first semi-final gets underway across all the SABC radio and television platforms and SABC Plus online, 8 o'clock tonight. Feel free, go and watch and soak up every second. Now, of course, we've got another final to wrap our heads around in the rugby lane. South Africa have now progressed to the final of the World Rugby Under-20 Championship. And that was following another dominant display, a 53-37 semi-final win over England. So hat-tricks from Yakin Ahmed and Kotatso Rashivaga, helping the junior box recover from trailing by 20 points to 12 at half-time. Some resilience there. South Africa, though, faced France in the final. That was after the French beat New Zealand 26-22 in a very tight other semi-final. Now let's get into the senior Springboks squad. It feels like we've got 3 teams to field. So the Springboks have named their squad for this weekend's Nations Championship clash with Wales. Jaco Williams, Vusi Moyo, Ruben van Heerden and Carlu Sadie all set to make their test debuts as South Africa look to maintain their unbeaten run in the tournament and pretty much proving that we have the deepest squad in world rugby at the moment. The Springboks face Wales in round 3 of the Nations Championship on Saturday down in Durban. Should be one for the ages. Get out there and support if you can. Now we've got the small matter of another Open happening at the moment, and one player who will not be there, heartbreakingly, is Louis Oosthuizen, and he has withdrawn from this week's British Open due to a back injury. The 2010 Open champion confirming that he is not fit enough to compete at a Royal Birkdale course that is heaving with activity at the moment, ending hopes of another strong showing at the major. Oosthuizen will also miss out next week's Live Golf UK event as he focuses on recovering before returning to competition. Health before the dollars, and we like the sound of that for him. But tragic not to see him at the Open, but that's where we leave our sport for now. The roads should be up and running. Let's see if there's anything to report on the traffic front.
G-Man, thank you so much for that. Let's get you an update on your roads, Mzansi. Out in Randburg and Gauteng, on the N1 northbound between Winnie Mandela Drive and Bayes Nordia Drive, heavy congestion has been reported. Now, traffic is slow moving currently, and delays, of course, can be expected. Motorists are to allow for some extra travel time, and remember to not text while driving. That's where we leave your roads. Let's have another check-in with your weather. Well, out in Polokwane, you'll start your Tuesday with some morning drizzle. Temperatures will rise from a low of 6 degrees to a beautiful high of 24. As we look into the week, expect bright sunny skies to dominate, with fairly warm daytime highs peaking at 26 degrees tomorrow and also on Friday. All right, let's see what's going down in Klerksdorp. Mostly sunny conditions will take over your day today. Your temperatures will start at a cold 3 degrees and rise to a warm enough high of 23. The coming days bring daytime highs peaking at 23 and 24 throughout, with your skies remaining mainly sunny. Out in Pretoria on this Tuesday, your day will be brightened by mostly sunny skies. Your temperatures will range between a low of 8 and a high of 22. Looking ahead, sunful days are far from over, with temperatures peaking at 24 degrees through till Saturday, with morning lows alternating between 7 and 8. Johannesburg, you're up next, with mostly sunny skies that will dominate your forecast for today. Temperatures start from a cold 7 and rise to a high of 19. And moving into the week, temperature highs will settle at 21 degrees throughout, with sunny skies clear of any rain. Mbombela, on your side, thunderstorms are likely to develop by this afternoon. 9 degrees is how you'll start your day, with a daytime high of 23. As we look further into the week ahead, tomorrow brings mostly sunny skies with a few passing clouds, with temperatures moving between 9 and 26. And then in the beautiful Bloemfontein, partly cloudy conditions will persist throughout your day. Temperatures will sit between a freezing 1 degree start and a set high of 21. Now you're in for sunful days ahead, with pleasantly warming temperature highs that will peak at 21 from tomorrow through till Saturday. Richards Bay, on your side, you'll have a damp start to your mornings with some light showers to accompany that. Your temperatures will range between 12 and a comfortable 23 degrees. As for tomorrow, it brings you a welcomed return with sunny skies, with temperatures ranging between a low of 15 and that high sitting at 24 degrees. And then out in Durban, morning rain will make for a wet start to your day. Your temperatures will rise from 11 and increase to 23 as your high. As for the next 3 days, it brings you sunny skies with temperatures peaking at 23 degrees. It cools down slightly by the weekend, where you can expect some rain on Saturday. In Tata, on your side, morning fog will give way to sunny skies by the afternoon. Our temperatures range between a cold 5 and a high of 23. Plenty of sunshine with a few passing clouds can be expected in the upcoming days, with tomorrow's temperatures remaining much the same as today. In Uba, on your side, a partly cloudy day is on the cards for you. Temperatures will move between a freezing 2 degrees and max out at a high of 22. Now, grey skies will define the coming days with pleasantly warm temperature highs, but it won't exceed 23 degrees for any day this week. Kugompo City, today you'll look up to some partly cloudy skies on your part, but let's zone into your temperatures. They'll range between a brisk 9 and a high of 23. And looking at the week ahead, cloudy skies will take over, with wet conditions expected to roll in from Friday at a chance of 40%. Abeka, out in GQ, morning fog will clear to some sunny skies by the time it's the afternoon. Temperatures will start from a brisk 9 and rise to a set high of 22 degrees. Now, as we look into the week, cloudy conditions remain with tomorrow's temperatures drifting from a chilly 10 degrees to a warmer high of 21. Good morning to the gorgeous George. Today will unfold under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will shift between a nippy 9 degrees and double up to increase to 18 as your high. Now, the outlook does remain mostly cloudy and humid, with cool to pleasant temperatures peaking at 19 degrees for the next 2 days. That lands us out in Cape Town. A grey, foggy start will transition into brighter, sunnier conditions later today. Temperatures sit between a cool 10 and a high of 15. As we look ahead, your days will be defined by cloudy and humid conditions, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 11 and 17. All right, Sutherland, on your side, you'll be looking up to mostly sunny skies today. As for your temperatures, they'll range between a biting 2 and a high of 17. Tomorrow starts on a chilly note at 4 degrees before warming to a pleasant 18 degrees, with mostly cloudy skies that will be expected. Kimberley, on your side, you'll spend your Tuesday under mostly sunny skies. Now, your temperatures will rise from a nail-biting 1 to a warm high of 23. Sunny skies will continue dominating your week, with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm throughout. It will peak at 24 come Friday, but cool down slightly by the weekend. And then finally, out in Uppington, today brings you bright sunny skies with calm southerly winds. Temperatures rise from a freezing 1 to a high of 24. Now, tomorrow does bring you some sunny skies, with temperatures starting from a cold 2 in the morning to a daytime high of 25. Well, that's what you can expect as far as your temperatures are concerned across the country. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more prepped for what the day lays ahead for you. But for now, let's get into our sunrise view for 7 o'clock. This one sent by our family, Mervyn Fenner, out in PMB. Peter Maritzburg always looking so good, isn't it? And Mervyn, you knew just how to capture that sun coming over the horizon so beautifully. We are living our lives like it is golden, and thank you for that reminder, Mervyn. We absolutely appreciate that. Listen, on your side of town, 22 degrees is what you can expect, and we're wishing you a beautiful and blessed day indeed. And remember, we've got one more to get into at 8 o'clock on 063 036 9649. That's how you get in touch with us. For now, though, as we wrap up all your weather, let's see what sort of weather Graham got dressed for today, thanks to your help. Now, earlier on Sunday, we asked you to help Graham choose between 2 very stylish transitional looks. And the votes are in, so let's see what you had to say. Option 1 or option 2, more casual or more of the scarf detail that we're going for. And your social media comments have rolled on in. DC class is up first, so they said, I'd vote for look number 1, the cream striped shirt, khaki tee, straight leg jeans, white sneakers. They're versatile, comfortable, perfect for the transition from winter all the way into spring. The fact that we're talking about spring. Dwayne Claassen, I'm choosing look number 1. The neutral tones and crisp white sneakers make it a timeless spring outfit. I did like those white sneakers. You can't go wrong. Dwayne, thanks for weighing in. Let's see who else got in touch to let their vote be heard. Linda Tolo, good morning, Expresso fam. Definitely option 1, hashtag styled by Woolies. One more rolling in, and I think it's unanimous. Matsupule says, your smile on pick number 1 shows that you feel so comfortable in that one. Listen, Gray looks good in everything, but I have to admit, that smile made it really, it cemented it for me.
I am the option today.
You
okay.
are the option.
Option 1, great. I actually did love both looks when I put them on, and they were quite different, which is quite interesting with our talk about personality types. I think I might have a split personality, but it's great to have your help to be able to help me decide. The bottom line is we do feel what we wear, and I think that's why we embrace the change of a season, because we can start to dream. Isn't it nice just saying spring?
Oh my gosh.
Just say the word spring, okay?
Those white sneakers, Graham, and the test is to keep them crispy white.
For today. No, I get a new pair every day. I'm like Snoop Dogg, man. I just love the look. It's relaxed. You can elevate it if you have to just pop a jacket on.
Exactly.
But it's super relaxed. And I think maybe it was Dwayne who said, it's spring, man.
It's spring,
It's going to be a little bit more chilled. Maybe the other outfit was a little bit too severe, a little bit dressed
Reminded
up.
us of the days that were.
Yeah, we want the days that will.
Exactly.
They are coming.
Best
No,
part,
I love it. Thank you so much.
Our stripes are matching.
Cute, man.
Come on.
No, it's nice. It's tonal.
beautiful.
You do look like the boss, though.
I am the boss today.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
All right, well
Thank
done,
you, guys.
Zazie. You've done a fantastic job. As per usual, what else do we expect? Hashtag styled by Woolies, of course, coming through. And remember that sale is on, and it is a crazy great sale. So get in touch with it. It's the quality sale now on. So get up to 50% off selected fashion, beauty, homeware, and you can shop it in store, online, and of course on the Woolies app.
It's investment piece time.
That's
if you're
right.
looking for that jacket, for those boots, you know, just your 5th grade t-shirts like me. No, there are some amazing items as we move out of winter into spring, so don't lose out. I kind of feel like we've been doing the work and Joburg's been having the fun this morning. Are you going to take another break, guys? What's coming up?
Please, Graham, saying you've been doing all the work. We've also been working hard. Can I tell you how? We've been eating a whole lot of rusks, okay? Dipping them in our coffee and everything, okay? Hard work, making sure that we're having a little bit of a moment. Thank you very much. But I promise you, we've got a lot that's going to be happening in Johannesburg still, Mzansi. One thing I can give you to look forward to is particularly the fact that we have got superstar and extraordinary talent. It is Prev Reddy. He is in the building, and he's going to be talking to us all about his brand new book. Trust me, you've got to stick around for it. And then we love getting to chat to our Dove family all about the incredible ways in which they're building women in sport. And this is why we're going to be hearing about what are those things that really encourage women that they get to hear when they are on the sports field and beyond. Stick around. It's all going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, hard work here in Johannesburg at the Samsung DQX. Hard work. Don't go anywhere.
back, my Feel Good family. It is, of course, your Feel Good breakfast show right here on ST. Thank you so much for starting your beautiful Tuesday morning with us. Now, look, if you ever felt like the crushing weight of the family expectations are on you, our next guest is about to make you a whole lot better.
100%. All about your life choices, my friends, because Prev Reddy is a beloved comedian, a viral internet sensation, and arguably South Africa's favorite unqualified success. Yeah?
Absolutely love it. He has captured the hearts of millions by making us laugh at the awkward, the chaotic, and the deeply relatable moments of everyday life. My Feel Good family, he is finally stepping away from the sketches. He's stepping away from the sketches to share his most personal story yet. His highly anticipated debut memoir is hitting the shelves, and the title says it all. What is it called?
Qualified Disappointment.
Thank you guys so much. Hold on, I have gifts.
Already?
I do.
He's got
That
gifts.
is for you.
Thank you, my lovely. Are we opening it now?
And there's, whenever you feel like there's a copy of the book
Qualified
in there.
disappointment.
You know, people would normally say you shouldn't have. You should have.
I
okay?
had to.
Because I love this.
I've been trying to hunt you down, girl, so we found you.
Thank you, my
We're opening it right now,
Okay,
Prev.
go
It's
for
a,
it.
I'm so excited. Oh, look at the. Look, it's a Prev.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a Prev home with
And
me.
there's an Auntie Shamila wig in there, should you ever feel...
stop
I mean,
it.
the TikTok trend, reasons to get a bob. Now you can...
Oh, my word.
Here's the goodie out of everything.
We are all Auntie Shamila.
Yes.
All of us. All of us.
Yes,
All of
hashtag.
Beautiful. Oh,
Thank you, Prev. That's so sweet of you.
Thank you, my love, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank
This is
you.
huge. I need to go tell my mom about it.
Please.
But my Prev, I want us to jump right into it because I feel like, you know, of course, Qualified Disappointment is such a punchy title.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Thank you.
But when was it that it came to you that, you know what, this is going to be the title and this is the reason that it's going to be the title?
So I think, you know, whenever I'm writing jokes or writing material, my friends are, and it starts with banter first.
Okay.
And we all, you know what it's like when you're sitting with your mates. And so we were talking about something and I blurted out the sentence, I think I'm a qualified disappointment, and everyone laughed.
Great.
And so that title stuck with me for some time.
Yeah.
And then when I got to doing this book and I kind of reflected on my life, because I turned 30 last year, so I was like, sure, everything I have done is slightly disappointing, but I'm so good at it. I'm qualified. And
You have to be good at
it was
something.
exactly. And so it kind of stuck. It was a funny title. It lent itself to the contents of the book, and yeah, people like it, so great.
I don't know how Prev can say everything he's done has been a slight disappointment. That man comes off stages in London, like in different countries in Europe. Like, I'm so confused.
I think, I mean, culturally, you know,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're not a doctor, Prev.
I'm not a doctor.
You're a doctor of the pages and a doctor of comedy.
You heard that, mother?
Has your family finally seen you as a success now?
Yes, listen, no,
Okay.
I'm so grateful that my family have been supportive of me and this career from the time I showed interest as a kid, and I started taking it seriously at 15. And so, not without being hesitant, but they were either, we let him do this or he crashes out.
Yeah.
And so I was very grateful that they allowed me to do that. And I think every milestone and every performance, they were like, okay, maybe he can do this.
Maybe
Okay,
just a
maybe he
little.
can do this. So, you know, in the beginning it was hard, but it wasn't much pushback. But I just know in the community and culturally, comedy and entertainment and all of the things is not necessarily the road we
Right. You have to be a lawyer. You have to be a doctor.
or a
Engineer
disappointment.
something,
Or
okay?
he said, or a disappointment.
Or a disappointment.
That's right.
Okay, so we know you from the TV screens, from social media. Of course, we know Auntie Shamila.
Yes.
So now, how is this writing this book? It is you being unfiltered and raw. How is it stepping out of the spotlight and into your own personal spotlight?
Oh, it's been something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I think when I was wrapping up shooting Miss Education, I was ready to close Auntie Shamila because there was a new chapter that was going to start. It's a big TV show.
Yeah.
And I started writing this book actually as an experimental comedy show that kind of summarized everything I had gone through from age 4 till 30 years old and navigating my identity, the industry. And then we turned it into a book. I had people in Edinburgh and London, which we did the shows in.
Yes.
A lot of people stayed by to ask me, you know, like, oh my gosh, a queer Indian comic from South Africa? What else? What else? And so I was like, great, let's flesh this out. And I was very lucky to have Andrea Natras from Pan Macmillan who read the manuscript, and she was like, great, let's
Wow.
Yeah.
And look at you now, a published author. Oh, Prev, talk to us about this because, you know, doing something like writing a memoir can be very, very vulnerable,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it makes you, you know, have to relive those moments, get into those disappointments, especially for qualified disappointment. Talk to me, was it more freeing than anything else, or was it really difficult to kind of get into those moments?
I think it's a blend. I don't think anyone will ever know what it's like to write your life down till you do it. And it's crazy. I think when I was in the process of adapting, I get into this zone or this kind of flow state. And so the words were just flowing out and the things were being fleshed out. Reading it back was the hardest part.
Sure.
Reading it back and reading certain, you know, certain moments with family, certain moments with relationship friends. I was like, oh my goodness. Now everyone's gonna know my tea.
Yes.
The mystery's gone. But I promise you, once it was done, there was just this weight off my chest, and I just kind of felt more open to do more things. And I think as a creative, the only way you can progress into your next chapter is if you really close off one.
I love it.
And so I had to close off that decade, and now we're starting afresh.
Come on.
You feel like a new person at 30.
Absolutely.
I love it. Okay, so you're so used to writing sketches for your comedy. This is now a whole new ball game, writing an entire book. What was the biggest challenge? What was the difference between the two?
Sure. Well, there's no just setup and punchline, or it's not a 60-second video. It's not a 1-hour comedy show. I'm grateful that I got a degree in script writing. I studied at film school.
Clock it.
Thank you. So that skill kind of helped, but it's very different because you have to bring in the real moments. You have to bring in the breathing moments. You know, with comedy, it's build up, joke, build up, joke. But there's some pretty heavy stuff that I talk about. And so that was different for me, but I like it. I'm getting into my writing era at the moment.
Yes.
So it's great. It was a great exercise.
I love that. Prev, we don't have any more time. 3 words that you want a reader to get out of reading this book.
Inspired.
Yes.
Love.
Yes.
Seen.
Come on.
Prev, we are so proud of you, my love. That is incredible.
Yes.
I can't wait to read this one tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Mzansi, I mean, this is all the time we have with this incredibly talented human being. But do you know what? Do you know where you can get more of him? It's in the book, Qualified Disappointment.
You have to go out and get it. It's available in bookstores and online right now from as little as 239. So do yourself and go grab yourself a copy today. Do you know what else they should go and grab today?
What, darling?
Guys, there's a new Tropica.
Ooh!
It's a ginger beer flavor. I haven't tried it. I'm so excited.
I have. It's so, as the Tropica Barbie.
Of course you have.
Smooth.
I see what you did there.
But it's still got the ginger that we all love as South Africans.
Yes! And then my Feel Good family, after the ad break, we're also talking to our lovely Dove family about women in sports and, of course, confidence. All that and so much more. We'll see you after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true. It's your feel-good breakfast show, and thank you for choosing us, Expresso, right here on S3. Right now, we're continuing that conversation about girls in sport, because those two belong together. Now, they often hear comments that have nothing to do with their ability, and today we're unpacking some of the things that the girls hear both on and off the field, asking whether those words build confidence or actually break you down. So a very warm welcome to a few of our ladies from Registel Football Club. We've got Noha, Jessica, and Jenna. Let's give them a feel-good welcome, everybody. Girls in sports. More of that, please. Girls, how are you doing this morning?
No.
A little bit nervous, don't worry about it. Everybody gets a bit nervous. But once I ask you the first question, you'll ease into it. Jessica, I'll start with you. What's one comment you have heard, you are a girl in sport, that you've heard as a girl in sport that's always kind of stayed with you, good or bad?
A comment that stuck with me was that don't let your circumstances define the character you are.
Ooh, that's a good one. And do you feel like you've taken that on and lived up to it?
I feel like sometimes it's a bit difficult too, but to remain constant and disciplined, even though times are tough, you always work through it and you reap the reward.
Absolutely. And that's one thing sports will teach you, man. The reward is just waiting for you on the other side. How about you, no?
For me, what always stuck was ignore all the outside noise, because people's always going to talk, and focus on improving yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're going to get far.
Absolutely. Haters going to hate every single time. Jen, how about you?
For me, as a goalkeeper, I started out with the boys. The coaches or the boys would always tell me, oh, you need to protect yourself, your body and all that. You need to wear padded kit, you need to wear padded shorts and all that. So you just need to protect yourself.
And do you think they were right or no?
No.
Because you're a tough girl.
Yes.
And you can handle that. I love to see it. All right, so I'm going to put out some statements right now, and then you just have to say your response to it, how you feel about it. And I'm going to start with you, Jenna, and then work my way down. All right, here's the first statement, and I love this one. Football is for boys.
I always feel annoyed when I hear that, because who says it's just for boys?
Right.
Girls can do anything.
That's right. Who introduced you to football or sports, actually?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yes.
Through what? You guys were playing when you were younger, or?
Yes. I always used to go watch him play on the weekdays and weekends, and I would say, yo, Daddy, can I come with to play?
And he allowed it?
Yes.
Okay, awesome, man. Who does your dad support? Who do you support?
Yo, my dad supports Hotspurs.
Okay.
And I support Man United.
Ooh, the competition in the household. That is Graham right there to a T. Okay, now on your side, you're too pretty to play football.
Normally, I would look at you and laugh. Because, look at all the pretty male footballers out
That's also
there.
true.
And I feel like a girl should never just be defined by looks. There's so much more to anybody in that matter than just looks and appearance.
And why can't I do both?
You
Why
can
can't
do
I
both.
be cute and kick a ball
Exactly.
at the same
Exactly.
time? You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's another one. I'll come to you, Jessica, for this one. Don't be so competitive.
Yo.
For me, it makes me annoyed and disappointed, because people still think that girls should either, okay, they must draw, they must do makeup, sit and play with Barbie dolls. No, that doesn't for me, it's since a young age I've been competitive, so being competitive through my whole life, it's what I love doing, and there's so many other females out there that do that as well. So do what you want to do. No one's going to stop you.
And healthy competition is so good for you. It'll help you in every single part of your life as well, right? We want to rise to the top. We are goal-orientated. We are ambitious. So allow us to be that. I'm going to come back to you for this one. Somebody comes to you and say, you'll get injured.
I'm annoyed because it's the risk I'm willing to take.
Yes.
Yes.
Period. And you have been injured, I'm assuming.
Many times.
And you guys too? Many times. And then right now, I'm not sitting here. What happened to your knee?
I tore my ACL and my meniscus competing in long jump.
Oh, a different sport now. Oh my goodness. So how long have you been off the field for?
Since February.
You know what? It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. 2027 as I come back
stronger.
here. Exactly. I love that. Okay. How about girls don't know football?
That's so not true.
Yeah.
There are people, you know what you're interested in. I feel like you knowledge yourself in what you like. So all of us here like football, so we know about football. We know the rules, we understand it. And then there's another girl that has no interest in football and knows nothing about it. And that doesn't bother her, so it shouldn't bother the next person.
Exactly. We all have our interests, our loves. Who do you support?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Okay, how about you?
Manchester.
Manchester United. I see the trio. It's the Powerpuff Girls. I'm here for it. Okay. Somebody says to you, that's impressive for a girl.
I instantly get angry because, like, any girl that feels like, okay, look, I can do this, I put my mind to this, so I can achieve it. Whatever you put your mind to as a girl, don't let somebody else tell you otherwise, because you got the confidence, you got everything you need to do to achieve this, so go do it.
And also, being a girl is more of a superpower than a weakness. So them saying that, it isn't an insult. It's like, yeah, I'm a girl and I can do this and so much more. So guys, thank you so much for just proving that the status quo needs to get out of here. Girls can play sports, girls can look good and do it all at the same time. Stereotypes exist for a reason. They deserve to be broken. Am I right?
Yes.
And we're going to continue doing exactly that. Quickly, advice that you would give another girl who's a bit nervous to join a team. What would you say to her?
I would say, look, I was nervous first of all. Being nervous is, everybody gets nervous, even great footballers, they get nervous with their first game. So put yourself out there, put your best foot forward and don't let somebody else, because everybody else is nervous, they've been in that place as well, so be you.
Yeah, do it scared, hey? What would you say to her?
I say nerves is part of it, but never let that be what stops you from going to join that team. Go out, do it and have fun. Like, enjoy yourself, because then it's not worth it.
On a lasting note, Jenna?
They basically said it all. It's completely okay to be nervous, and yes, we're all gonna make mistakes along the way, but it takes confidence and perseverance to overcome those mistakes and learn from them to keep on going.
Yeah. And then you can be as fab as our girls on the couch. I mean, come on, we are here for it. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Nerves for who? Actually, you see, they started off nervous and now look at the confidence that they possess right now. But as we know, words have power. They can discourage, but they can also inspire and uplift. So hopefully today's conversation reminded all of us to choose language that really builds confidence rather than limits ourselves. So if you'd like to delve into more about that Dove Body Confidence Sport program and its mission to help more girls stay active, confident, and engaged in sport, be sure to visit Dove's websites as well as their social media platforms. Who's going to take this World Cup?
France.
You see, my girls. Bonjour to you.
Choose confidence. Dove is the perfect first deodorant for teens. Gentle on skin, effective on sweat.
Oh man, it's such good times this morning right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And it just got even better, or let me say even smoother, my friend, because Tropica is known for bringing that signature smooth flavor. But this time, the brand is stepping into something deeply nostalgic for South Africans. Now, ginger beer has a long history in South African homes, because whether it's shared at family gatherings or enjoyed during winter or connected to recipes and traditions passed down through generations, it's a flavor that instantly feels familiar. So Tropica is giving that classic taste a bold new twist with the launch of its limited edition Tropica ginger beer. And even more exciting, the launch comes in collaboration with legendary Ndebele artist Dr. Esther Mahlangu, whose iconic artwork now transforms the packaging into a true celebration of South African heritage, storytelling, and creativity. Now, to tell us all about it this morning, my friend, it is none other than Tropica brand manager Sveti Kovacheva. Everyone, let's give her a feel-good welcome, please. Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm amazing, thank you, Sveti. Thank you for bringing us this amazing, iconic, beautiful, beautiful creation. I think that this is so special for so many reasons. But let's start here because, you know, Tropica's always been associated with fruity flavors. I know mango, peach, pineapple, as well as orange are my favorite personally. But now you've given me another favorite. Why ginger beer?
I think it's an interesting one. Obviously, we have to stay true to the brand and we have to give the consumers what they tend to love. But we'll never know how far we can really push the brand if we don't bring something new and exciting.
Yes.
I think ginger beer is a proudly South African flavor, as you mentioned. So it's something that naturally feels like it could fit into Tropica.
Yeah.
I know it feels different, but it was something that really made sense for the brand, especially in the time we're going through where you're competing with so many other brands on shelf and you have to stand out. And in a category like dairy fruit mix, we've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah. And this is why, Sveti, when you say, you're competing with other brands, no! We're far ahead of everybody, okay? At Tropica, thank you very much. But it's all because of this incredible innovation that continues to be shown time and time again. But then let's get into, how important it is to really just allow this flavor to feel emotionally familiar, especially for South Africans. Like we just said, it's something that we're all used to in this country.
Yeah, it's important. You need to bring in the nostalgia. You need to bring in what South Africans know and love.
Yeah.
I think we never want to launch something that just feels like we're doing it for the sake of doing it. We always want to feel like we're thinking about our consumers. We're thinking about something that they know and love. And that's what we want to bring into their household. We don't want to just be another marketing gimmick, something like that. We want to actually feel like we are listening and we are understanding. And I think also it's important to cherish the heritage that we have and the culture that we have, especially for a brand like Tropica, turning 42 this year.
Right?
Yeah.
That's older than me and you.
Let's not talk about age, girl. Let's not talk about age.
But I will say this, I think you guys chose the perfect person to help celebrate that heritage and also allow the storytelling to take place. Because Dr. Esther Mahlangu, what an icon. Why was she the perfect person, though, from Tropica's view?
Well, we had to look at what can we do, right? Like, what can we do to make a point of difference with this launch? I think Dr. Esther Mahlangu is an icon, not only in South Africa, but world-renowned. She's now expanding into all these different countries, and she's honestly left a mark.
Yeah.
When you look at her work, it's instantly iconic, and we thought, how can we bring this into our packaging specifically to make us stand out on shelf, and how can we speak to her creativity, which is also kind of our creativity that we try to bring into this product.
Yes, and I also love the fact that Tropica never does anything small. It's always big, which is why I feel like, a little bit of an all-rounder in terms of you guys not just saying, okay, cool, we're going to do the bottles and we're going to have Dr. Esther Mahlangu, but then there's also the murals, there's also the branded taxis. Let's get into that. Why was it so important that it had to be part of the story?
We had to bring this campaign to life. We couldn't just rely on the product on its own.
Yeah.
So we wanted to inspire South Africa. That's what we wanted to do. Walk around, and every time you see something, it reminds you of the product, it reminds you of the brand. So we went into Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and Limpopo.
Yes.
We chose iconic walls in communities so that we really, with our consumers in their day-to-day along their commute.
Yeah.
And we've really gone for the bold pattern, the bold colors, and just really communicated this iconic artistry.
I love it. And the art is so beautiful and it's just so colorful and literally speaks to South Africa, right? But let's jump into what South Africa is saying.
Ooh.
What are the reactions so far, Sveti?
No, I must say, this has been one of the most interesting ones. I mean, we've done a few things now on Tropica where people have been like, what are these people doing?
Yes.
And honestly, this one has been one of that because the reaction has been ginger beer with Tropica. It doesn't make sense. How is there dairy in something like ginger?
Yeah.
But I think the second someone opens the bottle, they take a sip and they have that smooth feeling, that kick in the back of your throat. That's exactly what we've been looking for. We've been seeing on social media so many reactions.
Yeah.
It's honestly been so great to see.
Yeah, I love it. And one thing I also know is that, when we talk about the celebration as a whole, when we really just sit back as South Africa and we think about how Dr. Esther Mahlangu is part of our heritage, ginger beer is part of our heritage, why was it, or rather how important is it for our South Africans to really feel like, oh my goodness, this really is a celebration of our heritage, but more than anything else, our creativity. And in more than anything else, I think it's all about where we say, okay, now we're releasing this specific product. It almost feels like a collectible because at the end of the day, you guys did say it's a limited edition, correct?
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so obviously bringing in a limited edition, it's to bring that excitement and something that while stock lasts. And I think with Dr. Esther Mahlangu especially, she is an icon and it's something that you really do want to keep. I mean, she gave us our pattern that we've used on the bottom. And obviously, this is something that's now become a part of our identity. We do want it to feel like when you purchase not only the product, but when you see it, living beyond the shelf, that you feel like Tropica is listening and Tropica wants to, you know, not just remain relevant, but also just feel like it's part of every South African's day to day.
Yes.
So,
and can I tell you what South Africans love the most? Being South African.
yes,
Everybody just
we love
loves
ourselves.
it. Yes.
It's more than an identity.
Yes. And that's why no DNA, just RSA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this is why this bottle speaks exactly to that. Sveti, congratulations to you guys.
Yeah.
As my Tropica family, you've made me very proud, I must say, because honestly, this is honestly, like I said, innovation on another level, but I also think it's so incredibly, I think, kind to our heritage because it just allows it to live on in such a different way. So well done to you guys.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, to the team, to everyone.
Yes. Shall we have a taste, my darling?
we should.
Yes.
I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready.
I am. Remember, I got to taste this one in Bali when we were doing the Tropica
Yes,
Island
yes,
search with
yes.
Mobile. Yes. Cheers,
Cheers.
gorgeous. Let's have a young sip, shall we? Expresso family.
It's yeah.
It
But it's
is,
enough.
yeah.
It's enough.
But that's the thing, it's still smooth.
Yeah.
There's still that smooth, you know, that milky freshness, but then it comes with that delicious ginger taste.
If you haven't tried it, you must try it.
You really
It really
need
is
to.
something special. In this winter time, where we need to take care of ourselves, ginger. That's what we need.
I love that. No flu for us.
No flu.
We've got Tropica ginger beer with, and it's taken care of by a doctor.
Yes,
Okay,
by a doctor.
By a doctor, Dr. Esther Mahlangu. Beautiful. Thank you so much, my sweetie. You're
Thank you,
amazing,
Mazanele.
and welcome and well done, rather, to the team.
Of course.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
Mzansi. I need you to get your hands on it, Kesana, because this. Wait, I'm gonna have another sip quickly. It's so good. Because, my friend, it's more than just a flavor launch. Listen. From the nostalgia of ginger beer to the storytelling behind Dr. Esther Mahlangu's artwork. It's a campaign that really celebrates South African heritage in a fresh and smooth way. Tropica ginger beer is now available nationwide, okay? So you don't have any excuses. But it is for a limited time only. Don't miss out for it. And, of course, for more on the campaign, make sure you follow @MyTropica on social media. Because, trust me, there's so many stories to be told, especially from somebody like Dr. Esther Mahlangu. Come on, get it together. It's all in the name of Tropica. And, of course, celebrating South African heritage in the best way we know how. We're still continuing to celebrate right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Trust me, you want to stick around on S3. But, my Cape Town family, can you give us some, you know, some more reasons to stick around, yeah?
welcome back. You can see by the size of the smile on my face how excited I am to be talking about what we're about to delve into. South Africa is home to some of the world's richest marine ecosystems, bar none. But protecting them starts with the choices that you and I make every day. And it helps if some big players step in as well to influence. From the fish that we order at a restaurant to the seafood that we cook at home, certainly in our space here, every decision can help preserve our oceans for generations to come, and we're under pressure now. So this month, the V&A Waterfront celebrated delicious and very responsibly sourced seafood at the Sustainable Seafood Festival. And a very proud Papa Bear CEO of the V&A Waterfront, Graham Wood, is here to give us a little bit of FOMO, I would imagine, to explain himself. What is going on? This is supposed to be winter. Has no one told you that we die down and nothing happens in winter? There has been a highlight at the V&A Waterfront, it feels like every week for this whole year. It's been amazing, but this really has got my attention. So congratulations.
Thank you.
How did it all play out, first of all? Give us your reaction to how this has all come together.
Yeah, so we've been working on a sustainable seafood journey for the better part of the last 3 to 4 years. So every year we come to market with a seafood festival, and this year it was really about now taking the learnings that we've developed over the last few years and putting into practical action with the launch of Cape Catch and our sustainable seafood journey, which is now going to become a practical reality for people like you and I.
Also for the small producers.
Yeah.
For the ecosystem around, the ecosystem and the financial ecosystem, which blend so beautifully together in your space.
Yeah.
You're luxury, you're global. You've got an easy out here, buddy. Well, you could do whatever you want at the V&A Waterfront and everyone would leave you alone. You are leaning into local, you're leaning into sustainability. This is a statement.
Yeah, it's very important because at the V&A, we look at our business through a very, very important lens of sustainability. So it's not just about waste recycling. It's not about, green energy. It's not just about desal water that we produce, but it also is, we're on the edge of the ocean. So it's also about looking what's in the ocean and what comes out of the ocean onto our plates. And for us, it's about using our ecosystem to create awareness for consumers and help restaurants do what's right. And they all want to do what's right, but it's been a bit confusing for them. So we're trying to make it just simpler for consumers and restaurants to join our journey.
Provide a commercial framework. And these things, and I mean, I do a lot, and we were chatting about the impact space, and it's one thing to kind of market with it and kind of, get your 15 minutes of fame. It's another thing to make it systemic. But then you start to unlock the real value in it. How did the restaurants, how did the shoppers, how did your team feel going through this process? What were some of the high points? How did it all play out?
Yeah, I think for us, what's very exciting is understanding that there is a sustainable and local option to source product and fish or seafood from the ocean that is traceable. So you know where it's caught, you're supporting local fishers. For us, that's the most exciting part of this journey. It's why should people come from all around the world to eat Argentinian prawns or Norwegian salmon when we've got really, really good local alternatives? And that's really what's really exciting about this journey.
There are so many levels of value add here, and I would imagine the secondary spend and all that's like kind of what you guys know. But this is also unlocking a different brand for the V&A Waterfront. You are the gateway to the ocean, which is amazing to me. Where do we take this from here? Because it feels like you're unlocking something, a great example for other commercial sites to start looking around them. How can we back where we are?
Yeah, so we're starting slowly. So all that this is about is getting restaurants to join our journey. We have over 100 restaurants and eateries on the precinct, 25 million visits a year. So we've got the market, we've got the demand, and we've got the ecosystem. So what better way to actually go down this road? So let's just start slowly with our restaurants, getting our front of house staff aware of what sustainable seafood is.
Because they're going to have to answer those questions when there's an international tourist.
And this is not a penal program. This is about bringing the restaurants along and just everybody, creating this momentum. And our role is to facilitate that, connect restaurants with suppliers, and then help educate our consumers, because we can take that to market.
And there's a value extraction there that we haven't tapped into fully yet. We know how much Norwegian salmon is and what it is. We are yet to tap into the plethora, and we see it within our wildlife here. We see it within our hospitality. There's so many, and I think we often forget this is our ocean.
Yeah, and
this is our asset.
And it's our ocean, and we have the ability to supply. You know, and we have the ability to support local fishers that have been working our coastlines for generations, but have struggled to get to market. And we have the opportunity to work with suppliers that we've identified and who are on this journey with us to be able to support those communities, because that's what it's about. It's not just about supporting the big boys. It's about supporting what's local.
And that's what Cape Town is. It's a whole lot of those smaller communities. You can call it cliquey. It's just a lot of small communities all brought together. This says to me that there is power in agency as a shopper. Delicious agency to go out there. But nothing could be fresher.
Yeah.
First of all, which is amazing to me. So that's my major incentive here. The sustainability is wonderful. How do I educate myself? So if I'm going out there to be the right person to meet you where you guys are, how do we shop responsibly and sustainably?
Yeah, so what we will do initially with our restaurants is that we will start to badge our restaurants, if we want to call it that. So, you know, you'll be able to, in time, open up a menu and see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items that are badged, that are locally sourced, and then there'll be then through an education program with our front of house staff as well, they'll be able to explain where does, you know, Cape Bream come from, you know, where is it caught, and hopefully be able to share the stories of where that fish was caught, the traceability. Because you know why? Because visitors, particularly international travelers, want that authentic experience. They want to understand, as opposed to just another commoditized experience. They want to feel it.
They want to feel it. And that's our, let's be honest here, food is our love language, one of our many love languages down here. It's been amazing to me, and this is not lip service, because I get to work with a lot of big commercial properties. You could have made a very different choice in this space. And the fact that this is coming from the top down, right to those front of house, serving in the restaurants that so proudly represent you, this is a powerful thing for our notions, for our ecotourism in general, which is great, man. So thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Tough life, eh? So how many of those 100 restaurants have you dined at? Surely it's your responsibility.
Well, I'm trying to keep this waistline down. So there are a few that I haven't been to yet, but I'm really working my way through.
We'll help you get there. That's why we've got ceviche on the menu this morning. Nice and light. Doing an amazing job, and you feel it when you enter into that space. Yes, we can enjoy the luxury. We can all dream about that amazing life, but we've also got the life in the world right in front of us. And I think the V&A understand that that asset is their greatest. So we'd love to hear from you guys at home how you can support this kind of energy. What is the one small change that you think we can all make to help protect our oceans? It's reached that point now. We all have to act. So head to Expresso socials. Tell us your amazing answer using the hashtag #LoveVNAWinter. And for more information, you can head to the V&A waterfront this weekend. I do suggest you go there yourself to fully experience. And you can take this conversation from ocean to table, literally in just a moment. Chef Anlu Erasmus from the brilliant Terrarium restaurant joins us in the Expresso kitchen to prepare a delicious, sustainable seafood dish himself that you can recreate at home, but you'll probably enjoy it more at the V&A. But we'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And finally, I made it to the kitchen so that I can also have a beautiful break in here. Because we've just learned how choosing sustainable seafood can, in fact, help protect our oceans. And now it's time to show just how delicious those choices can be. So Chef Anna Erasmus from Terranium Restaurant at the V&A Waterfront is in our kitchen to show us how to prepare a fresh and flavorful packed Cape Catch ceviche using, of course, responsibly sourced local fish. Chef, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, so we have a big focus on sustainability, and when I say that, I mean that, because I was looking at the ingredients earlier and you took me through a rundown of what this is. I thought these were pickles. These are not pickles, friend. Take us through what we've got going here today, Chef.
So these are a sort of pickle. So what I've done is, this is actually seaweed that we forage.
Seaweed.
Yeah, different types of seaweed. So we've got kelp stem here, which is those big brown ones that normally washes out on shore. But these are obviously foraged from the ocean. And then the stem is what we do is we just slice it up very thin and we leave it in a pickle liquid cold. So it sort of infuses. It just pulls out all that pickle and the vinegar sort of makes it soft.
That?
Of course. And then if there's
Smells
another
like
type
the
of
ocean.
seaweed here, it's called forking weed. And what it does is it also grows, it's like a crop cover almost. It grows everywhere.
Wow.
And then a classic ceviche is made with red onion. So what I've done is I'm not a particular fan of eating raw onion.
Like the actual onion.
Yeah. So what I've done is I've made a red onion jelly here. So using blending the red onion into a liquid and then use that liquid to make the jelly. We've got some fresh radish for some texture and then just some fresh herbs like chervil and then some parsley going there as well, yeah.
I mean, the end result tells you all you need to know. And then the kind of fish we've got going.
So this is Silvers, or the other name is Carpenter. It's part of the Cape Catch. It's also one of the ones that are very accessible for everybody.
Okay.
I mean, as Graham earlier explained, the Cape Catch is an initiative that starts to showcase all of the sustainable seafood, but also what we're trying to do in the restaurant is also educate the guests that it's very easy, accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do a lot with it. You can eat it cooked or you can eat it raw, depending on what you want to do with it.
Right.
So today I've sliced it up into different sections here. So this is the sort of the Rolls Royce cut of the fish.
Okay.
Let's call it the middle part, closest to the head, very nice and meaty. And then you've got the tail part, which is right here, and then the belly part, which is obviously a bit more fatty.
Yes, of
So what I'm
course.
going to do is, I particularly like to mix and match, so you get a bit of everything. So I'm going to start taking some of these pieces
Let him
here.
cook, let him work. I
Just
love
have
it.
these, it's thinly sliced. So traditionally, ceviche is actually from Peru. It's made by curing raw fish with red onion, citrus, chili, coriander.
So when you say cured, whatever sauce cooks it.
So you need salt and acidity to sort of cure your it's basically a preserving method.
I see.
So it's a very old school way of doing it. Also keeping it nice and fresh and light, because not everybody has access. You know, if you go to the old days of Peru, not everybody had access to like cooking equipment. So the best way to preserve their meat or storage equipment. So the best way they preserved their meat was to cure it.
Yeah, that
very
makes
similar to what we
sense.
do with all of our meats with biltong.
Right.
Pretty same.
And we know biltong. This is biltong of the sea.
Yeah.
I love to see that. Beautiful. So you would even encourage people to make this at home?
Yeah, it's actually very simple. I do make ceviche quite a lot. My wife is a very big fan of ceviche. It's obviously just very important to go to first of all, fresh is best.
Fresh fish,
is the best. And second of all, you need to ask the right questions. People have a very big misconception that local is sustainable, but it's not always.
Okay.
Just because
So what
it's
are the
local,
right questions, Chef? What are we asking our fish
first of all, you need to make sure that you know who you're going to.
Right.
It needs to be a reputable supplier. I mean, in the restaurants, we obviously have quite a few suppliers that we use that are sustainable. Like Aberlobi is a very big one, is one of our biggest supporters, and we support them. But one of the questions you need to ask them is, where was it caught? You know, because it's very easy to get Mauritian sea bass here, but it's sold locally. Norwegian salmon, but it's sold locally.
Right.
So it's things like that you need to ask. And then, questions we ask in the restaurant specifically is, and which makes it very easy for us is Aberlobi, because we can ask who caught it, where they caught it, and how much was caught.
Okay.
Because it's an app that you have in your phone, so the traceability is quite transparent,
Right.
which is quite nice.
Yeah.
And then, just getting back to the dish quickly. So I've got a bonito emulsion here with a little bit of miso paste. So miso is a fermented soybean paste that we turn into sort of a mayo. I don't really like the word mayo, so I call it emulsion.
I see. I've usually had like a soup, like a miso soup.
Yes.
Yes.
So that paste that they use, I've turned this into an emulsion.
Wow.
And what we've done is bonito is also a dried fish flake that we use to infuse the vinegar. So you get that extra fishy flavor.
Wow.
Just to sort of enhance it. At home, you don't have to use any emulsion or
Yes,
mayo.
you do. Yes, you do. You have to get this full result.
Yeah, so you can use pretty much anything at home, fish-wise. You can use from yellowfin tuna specifically, or longfin tuna, or the other name is albacore.
Albacore.
Yeah. You can use silvers, which is very easy to get. Cape bream is a good one. Yellowtail is also a very nice one. But I think a lot of people don't do that because they don't normally understand what the fish is.
Right.
People don't know the different
We know
fish.
ache, we know snook, we know salmon.
Exactly, exactly.
Maybe tuna as well.
Yeah, and it's quite easy to do. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a lot you can do with this. I mean, there's a lot that you can do with it. Is you don't have to do too much.
Too much with it.
Yeah,
And look how beautiful it is as well. I mean, you serve this to your guests or even like a little date night at home.
Yeah.
And you're impressing the crowd for sure. No, this jelly onion, I think might be the star of the show.
Thanks. So this is a pretty much the dish that we serve in the restaurant. It's served
Sure.
obviously at a lot smaller,
For sure.
a smaller portion.
And would you serve it with something or you eat it as
No,
is?
so we serve it out of a abalone shell or abalone-like shell. So what I've done is we've worked with Mervyn Goes, and they've made us a plate that sort of. I used the
Resembles.
shell. I used the
Yeah.
shell to actually get the same size.
Wow.
And it's really to showcase, freshness and everything basically on here besides the pickle is raw or
Yeah,
cured.
yeah.
And I really want to showcase like sort of the cold emulsions, the cold infusions of liquids.
Yes.
Which brings me to my next one, which is quite interesting. The liquid I'm going to pour on here. So when you do a ceviche, you make a citrus dressing. So what I've done actually is we make a lot of kombucha at work.
Interesting.
A red rooibos tear
Yes.
kombucha. So what I've done is a classic dashi normally is made with water, bonito flakes, which is the fish flakes, and seaweed. So a kombu in this instance, but in this case, because we forage our own seaweed as well, all of the pieces that are not nice, we dry and we use it as a flavor enhancer.
Come on, sustainable. I love
As a
that.
flavor enhancer. And then we've obviously added quite a few of like citrus juices, a bit of soy sauce in there for the saltiness because it needs help with the curing process. So it acts as your dressing of the fish. And then textural wise, we've got the different seaweeds, we've got the different radishes on here. You can use anything apple will also go really well with this.
Wow.
If you really want to use raw onion, can also work just as great.
Right.
And the textural component it's up to you.
And then you said the herb there. Don't worry, Graham. This is not coriander. This is called?
This is called chervil, which is a very nice green, almost like a parsley-like herb.
Okay,
It works very well. It looks very similar to parsley. People mistake it for parsley sometimes. It's got a very interesting, almost like a licorice flavor to it.
I see.
And licorice is resembling almost like fennel, and fennel fish is very classic.
Right.
Yeah.
What a combo. Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about Terranium.
So it's we are based in the Queen Victoria Hotel in the waterfront. We've actually opened the restaurant on the 1st of November in 2024.
Yeah.
And it's been going. And quite interestingly, all of our hard work regarding sustainability and the things we do is starting to pay off. I mean, we got the one plate and the Sustainable Sassy Award at Gourmet Guide.
Come on,
And we got the 1 star and the
congratulations.
Green Emerging Star from EDAD. So it really
Beautiful.
showcases that
You're on the right track.
we're on the right
sure.
track.
Yeah.
We're not finished yet. There's a lot more to do. And I
course.
mean, we've got a lot of influence that we still need to do. But it's nice to see that, we've started something
Yeah.
with the initiative of the waterfront and everything. And we just want to get more followers so that everybody can understand that it's...
And jump on the sustainable train too.
Exactly.
I mean, you're making it accessible and easy to do, even in our own homes. The kombucha dashi is going on there.
Yeah, so you can put a fair amount on this because the idea is so if you do want to make this at home, it's very simple. I would recommend pour the dressing a little bit earlier before the guests come. Or
That's
if you
what I
wanna-
was going to ask. How long would it take to cook through?
So, depending on how thick you slice the fish. I've
Right.
sliced it fairly thin.
Yeah.
And because I've used different parts, it also cures differently. But I would probably say about half an hour before. You'll see the rims of the fish will start going white. That's when the texture changes. That's when it starts to cure. Yeah.
Well, I can't have this as much as my mouth is watering right now. So I'm going to call in the other Graham, not CEO of the Waterfront Graham, our CEO Graham. And he's going to come and taste this delicious meal.
I don't know why.
prepared
First of
just
all,
for him.
well done. Thanks for jumping on the commercial side of sustainability in the way that you've had so that you can paint that light for others. I mean, goodness gracious.
Right? How beautiful is that? It's a work of art.
I don't even know where to begin. So we've got the different portions of the fish.
The whole thing.
So, the belly part in particular is my favorite because it's nice and fatty.
Yes.
It's quite nice. And you can also see for the people wanting to get fresh fish, you always look at the bloodline when you do slice of fish. If it's nice and dark and red, it's nice and fresh.
First of all, your wife is very lucky.
Very lucky.
She's very, very lucky. I hope you appreciate, girl.
So you've noticed, just
Wow.
for the viewers out there.
Seaweed, Graham.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
just
get
for
a
the viewers
little
out
bit
there,
of
I haven't
everything.
added any salt to this.
Right.
The reason being because of the dashi. So the dashi is quite salty, sour. It's the curing method in its own, and the miso paste, which also is quite salty.
Yeah.
And then paired with the different pickles and the red onion, it all comes together.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Engel. An engel hit op my tongue.
Hit up your
Oh,
tongue, I
no,
love this.
everything about this is amazing. I will take you up on that offer. Date night, terrarium. That's where it's happening.
That's where it's
Absolutely
at.
beautiful.
So,
man.
huge congratulations to the
Sure.
terrarium, to the V&A
One more.
Waterfront,
Just
our
one more.
chef over here, just really proving that sustainable seafood can be both simple, but also packed with so much flavor. So thank you so much for joining us too this morning, and we hope you feel inspired to make more ocean-friendly food choices. And of course, be sure to visit the V&A Waterfront to discover just how delicious sustainability can be. Remember that we'd also love to hear from you at home. So what's one small change you think you can all make to help protect our ocean? It is our responsibility. Head to the Expresso socials and tell us using that hashtag #LoveVAWinter. For more information, head to V&A Waterfront this weekend. Graham.
Unfortunately,
your day's been
marrying
made.
him is now off the table. So that can't be your sustainability test. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, my feel-good family. It is always a good time when we are together. We've been talking about burnout the entire show, and I think what better way to rest than to travel and to just create incredible experiences.
Yeah, 100%, because you've got to make sure you travel to the best, right? Because, my friend, Club Med South Africa Beach and Safari is delivering just that. As the first Club Med resort in Southern Africa, this landmark destination is finally here and combines an all-inclusive beach escape with a Big 5 safari. Do you hear that? Okay? Listen, today we're joined by somebody who is behind this beautiful, beautiful ship that's sailing oh so beautifully. It is none other than the MD of Club Med South Africa. It is Olivier Pereira-Peratoni, and he joins us to find out what makes this incredible, unique holiday destination and experience so special. Everyone, let's welcome him, please.
You did the name so well.
Listen, I see Olivier because he was one of the people who hosted us when we were in Turkey here at Club Med, my friend.
I hope you had a good time.
I had the best time. When we got there, we were all like, why is everyone so happy here? We spent one day, we said, we understand why everyone's so happy here.
We remember watching it from the outside in, of course, on Tropical Island Search.
Yes.
And it looked incredible. So we can't wait to visit. But you guys opened your doors over here in Durban, in South Africa. How has the response been so far?
Finally, we've been opening the resort after a long time of construction.
Yeah.
The response is fantastic so far. I think people are amazed to see this beautiful infrastructure on their home turf. And I think the location itself is also very special.
Yeah.
It's the best of the North Coast that you can experience with some hills, lush vegetation, and then the raw nature and the sea. It's a beautiful location. Yeah.
It really is the best location. From all of the videos that I've seen, I'm just like, I need to go there now. But this is the thing, Olivia, I've been telling so many people about my experience at Club Med, and they don't believe me. So I'm glad there's one in South Africa so that they can go and see for themselves.
Yeah.
Tell us about what exactly it is that makes Club Med South Africa, you know, just really the ultimate experience.
I think we're bringing into the country a new way to do hospitality. Club Med pioneered the all-inclusive.
Yeah.
So it's a very generous experience about conviviality. Everything is taken care of.
Yes.
Kids care is there also to for parents to have a parents-friendly holiday.
Yes.
You have a vast array of sports that are also included. I think the surf school is doing a hit at the moment.
Yes.
People can learn how to surf with us.
I want to surf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beyond that, you have plenty water activities, stand-up paddle, kayak. There's 6 paddle tennis courts, so really for everyone, each and everyone.
Olivia, you have said that, you know, it's parent-friendly in terms of, you know, the holiday they can have because the kids are entertained. That's an understatement. The kids have so much to do there, and then they're in their little groups and everything, and they've got amazing chaperones who are so fun. I wanted to join the kids' club. That's what I want.
So low-key, this is actually, the parents are actually going on holiday. Like, kids, go do what you want to do. Sure, okay.
Don't feel guilty as a parent.
Don't feel guilty.
Because they're having the time of their lives.
They're like, we want to go back there next December, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about the paddle, and that's all-inclusive, correct? So if I was going, I've never experienced Club Med. So if I was to go there, what else would I experience? Is the food included? What else can I experience?
Of course. So Club Med, again, we created all-inclusive so that you have one upfront cost and then there's no hidden fee whatsoever. So everything is looked after.
Yes.
And then you feel at home away from home, really. You enjoy fully and you don't feel shy to have 3 times some desserts, 4 beers. It's up to you, really, to enjoy it your way. But beyond that, for me, what really transpires as something different in the Club Med experience is the kindness of the staff and the multiculturality of the staff. We have 72 international staff that came to South Africa to introduce the Club Med spirit and unique hospitality to South Africans. So out of which you have Indonesians, Canadians, French, even Mexicans right there on our shores. Yeah. So it's just this well-rounded, happy family that have you to also have a good time and interact with the staff,
Beautiful. So you're pretty much getting like an international experience while still getting that South African feel.
With the Big 5.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I wanted to get to, because the beach and safari is just such an experience that I think you guys have definitely just absolutely knocked out the park. Having that concept where there's the beach, but we're also going for a safari, which is why I think South Africa always sticks out.
Yes.
But talk to me about that. You know, how is it that it's really just one of the biggest selling points for South Africans?
It's true that at the inception of the project, it was for us a prerequisite to offer the dual experience, beach and bush. Bush because it's one of the best experience you can have in South Africa that makes it so unique. And that was also a strong lever to convince international to come to South Africa. So it's true that KwaZulu-Natal, in that regard, was the best possible province. You have beautiful weather and this beach and bush combo.
Yeah.
So how to experience it? We have 2 locations: the beach resorts sitting north of Balito,
Okay.
and then the game lodge in the north of Zululand, where we have 75 tented rooms. And that's how you can, in the same holiday, have the best of both worlds.
It sounds like best of both worlds. It sounds like a dream.
Oh my word. And also you've taken B&B in terms of the words in accommodation and made it completely different. Beach and bush.
I love it.
Love it.
And apart from the beach and the bush, what are you most excited for people to discover when they actually step foot on the resort?
Again, I think it's this free spirit, this openness to the staff, this openness to others. At Club Med, you say hello and you mingle with each other.
Yeah.
You're gonna play tennis with some other guests and then share a beer with them maybe. So it's really this transformative holiday that we offer. That for me is the unique aspect of Club Med coming into South Africa.
Yes, I feel like it's just such a holiday away from everything, where you'll feel like you're in South Africa, but you'll feel like you're somewhere else at the same time.
Correct.
But then talk to me about this, because I also know, just like you said, you have the Big 5 appeal for all of the international guests.
Yes.
Talk to us about how it is that you hope it impacts tourism, yes, in KZN, but also South Africa at large.
Absolutely. I think, again, it's a transformational project for South Africa due to its scale.
Yeah.
Probably the largest in the last 50 years.
Sure.
And when it comes to the transformative holiday and the experience on site, no one does it the way we do so far.
Yeah.
So this has a strong appeal for local crowd and also internationals. Club Med has a very powerful brand, able to have internationals to come and follow our brand wherever we open new destinations.
Yes.
So for us, we want to humbly build a new tourism hub in Africa, in South Africa, outside of the usual Kruger, Cape Town.
Yeah.
KwaZulu-Natal today only receive a portion of international tourists.
Oh, wow.
And tomorrow, thanks to Club Med, one big piece of the puzzle, we expect this beautiful region to grow and build an identity on the global tourism scene. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I am sold.
I definitely think, Olivia, not to tell you how to do your job, but I think you need 2 people or some people to come and just test out that everything's working perfectly.
I hear that often.
Do you know what I mean?
Hear that often. Oh no, that means
but
our
you'll be our
chances
guest.
aren't great.
These people, thank you.
And we're the locals, and we can so much just hoy an international accent
sure.
too.
Yeah.
We can be best of both worlds.
Or we can even jump on stage because you guys have, incredible performances and
We'll do
things.
social
Shows
media
every
for
night,
you.
DJ.
Yes. So that's one of my favorite things about Club Med is the fact that they literally have shows that are on every single night.
I love it.
Right?
You're always entertained. Ooh, I'm excited. Congratulations. We can't
Thank
wait
you.
to visit you guys.
And please, you'll be our guest. Please.
Amazing.
Did you hear that? My Feel Good family said we must be his guests.
Yes.
Incredible. One incredible addition to South Africa's tourism offering. If you'd like to experience the unique blend of beach, bush, and the world, where do they have to go?
100%, my friend. All you got to do to get that all-inclusive lifestyle for yourself, visit clubmed.co.za/South Africa to find out more and book your next escape.
Yes.
Because, friend, you deserve it. So happy travels to you.
Oh, my goodness. We're booking our holiday there at Club Med. My Cape Town family, would you be joining us?
Sign me up
Again,
immediately.
I have to make the point that it doesn't feel like you're working. It feels like you're planning a holiday, okay?
While
Planning
eating Omaras.
another break, okay? No, you deserve it. And I think all of us are loving the look of those packages right now. Just go and have a little gander. Absolutely cool. Now, we've got the small matter of a sports debate to conduct. So we brought in Jamie and Jam Jam. We're going to give them 30 seconds each to tackle some pretty hardcore notions. We're going to find out what the ultimate sports fan is really all about after this. And we will have coffee as well.
Of course, I'll bring
we
in
need
the
it.
coffee.
Thank
That's
you.
my contribution. And then, of course, we have to tick the entertainment box, and we're going to get behind the boys behind the latest single. It is going to be so good. I hope you stick around.
It's a whole football team coming in for this one, and we love it. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, kuqinisekile ke sana kuba it is 100% your feel-good breakfast show, and we're so glad we get to be with you, Mzansi, especially because Mamelani ne umculo walapha eMzansi. Oh, it just continues to rise and rise, because if you have been anywhere near a dance floor, a taxi rank, or social media lately, then you already know what's been trending, my friend. The track that has everyone moving, shaking, singing along at the top of their lungs. I am talking about none other than the massive chart-topping sensation, Sasezola, which, my friend, just honestly is one of my favorite songs at the moment. And the masterminds behind this global phenomenon are officially in our building this morning. Please, everybody, welcome the kings. It is Novex, Bon King, and SNE. Let's make some noise. Hello. Ni right, Betuna?
That's right. How are you?
I'm amazing. I mean, I'm sitting with kings.
You look very good, man.
Thank you, Nani. Guys, ni bahle. You guys, did you plan this? Because it's browns and blacks.
We didn't.
I love that.
We didn't.
You see, this is how the music came together.
Exactly.
Gents, let's get right into it, because I feel like Sasezola is such a monumental moment in South African music in 2026, right? Let's get into it, because it's deeply nostalgic, and it kind of makes you go back when you listen to it, and you feel like you're in your childhood again. You know, what was it that made you rather want to evoke those sort of memories? Is that what you went in doing when you were like, let's make a song? Is that what you said was going to be the plan, or did it just happen?
So for me, the kind of music that I make is very nostalgic. You know, so more than anything, I was very intentional that I want my music to sound like that.
Yes.
You know, so we were in studio, and then he plays keys. You know, I told him, I was like, boys, we trying to do this, you know, and he just played keys, and then he came up with the hook, and then, you know, that's how the song came about. It was a very simple procedure, because we worked together a lot, you know, so the process was very natural in studio.
I love that. And you guys have mentioned in another interview that it came together, you know, randomly, like in 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, it was
Guys,
fast,
that's crazy. So you firstly you said, okay, lay down the keys, right? So you lay down the keys. Then where did you guys go from there?
No, so after laying down the keys, because the beat already was very nostalgic, so I was like, ish. You know, growing up back in KZN, you know, when you think of Johannesburg or Soweto, you think of Zola, and because Zola 7 was also like everywhere in our TVs, like when we were growing up. So I was like, let me take that phase and then just speak of me returning back home after like working or doing whatever I'm doing in Johannesburg. So the song just came about. I think it took like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't a long time.
It was like a whole,
and
then we were done.
Guys, that's crazy. Okay, wait, so you guys sat there and you listened to it and you said, yeah, this is it. And no one wanted to add anything else. You were finished.
So after that, so the plan was, after we made the song, we knew that, okay, we have something special. And then the plan was to just to go and get a few features after we had, because after in studio, and then I think the song was like 2 minutes. Because we wanted to add more people. So after that, the process was to find people that we can feature and to send them the song.
And then Snare came along. He can explain his story.
I mean, when they sent me the song, I was a fan of the song before
even you were on it.
You know, so I took my time. Like, I took a couple of days. I was like, nah, this is too nice. I think it's best I, you know, do justice. And when I did it, and already another thing was that it was aligning with what I had released before. You know, before I'd released the song, and it was nostalgic as well. So when this came, I was like, alignment.
Come on, you say same as today with the fashion. Love it. And guys, I think that you guys obviously got this right in so many senses, where we're talking about, you know, Sasezola talks about profound themes of homecoming, joy, healing. Why was it important, though, that you make a dance track, right? Because you know we love to dance in South Africa, but at the same time, you still have that emotional message and the emotional part that hits you.
So for me, my line of genre is Amapiano.
Yes.
You know, but more than anything, I was like, okay, cool. I was watching what's happening and what's moving at the moment. I was like, if I'm going into that sound, I want to do it in my own way. So which is me fusing Amapiano and the nostalgic music. You know, so Born made it to be more amazing, coming with something that reminds South Africans of going back home. You know, so
and another thing, I think, you know, because we've been longing for music. So also going back to music is like going back home. Also. So I think we also took a path of just taking people back to the music, taking people back to you know the melodies, and also the feeling, of course. I mean, siyakhumbula sonke. Also, I'm from Soweto, so vele kudala, the melodies were like these, you know,
That's
and
true.
so it gave me that feeling of ekhaya.
I love that. And guys, I mean, look, all three of you here, it's three different egos, three different minds. Talk to me about how you balance that while making the music. But then at the same time, I want to know, what was the funniest moment in studio with all of you?
All of us together.
Yes, you guys didn't have a moment together where something happened. Someone did something.
We're not really funny.
Okay, then what was the
You
most
know?
memorable, would you say?
Because we were together in studio, right?
Yeah.
It was me, you, Beyond, and Happy.
Yeah.
I recorded separately.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, it's because it happened so quickly. I get it, guys. It's fine. Just 15 minutes, you make hits. It's fine, guys. Yes.
To be honest, that day, what stood out for me was food. I don't lie.
Are you
We bought 2 full
serious?
chickens and
We
pap.
bought 2 full chickens. And that was before recording. You know?
Yes.
Like being full before you start working.
That is so hilarious. Okay, guys,
Exactly.
listen. Can I make a track with you, Ne? And I'll give you 3 full chickens and pap.
We'll give you 2 hits.
You know what I mean? Grammy Award winning, okay?
Yeah.
Guys, talk to me about this because I feel like this track is now also hitting #1 in Botswana and Eswatini, climbing so many charts. Let's jump on into this. You know, what does it really mean to kind of take this song now and make it a live experience for people? How are you going to make it different so that they can remember just getting to see you on stage?
We've been planning something with Bon.
Okay.
Yes.
There's gonna be some performances where we do like with live band.
Love that.
You know, so we also planning if you know it goes well. We hoping it's gonna even go into festivals.
Love
you know,
it. Love it. Very quickly, we don't have time. EP, album, all together. Is it
EP
happening?
for sure before the year ends.
Yes.
Because we are solo artists.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
But we're going to get something.
Why not?
Of course.
Oh, the exclusive on Expresso. Gentlemen, are you ready to take the stage?
Definitely.
Let's do it. Mzansi, you're about to hear Sasezola right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And you heard it here first. There's going to be an EP coming. I hope they didn't tell anyone else first. It's us that do exclusives. Because a massive thank you to these talented individuals. We love to get to see it. Just how young people come out and show the entire world their vibe and let everyone in on just how talented they are. Now, we're going to be taking it to the top with a performance later on. But right now, I need you to stick around, honey. KTZ Sheezy, what's going on, friends?
We're tired, Joe. We're tired. We've been watching football at 3 in the morning. It's been tough out there, okay? But we're going to delve deeper into what it means to be a fan. And whether you're setting the alarm for an early kickoff or gathering friends for a game day watch party, or maybe that guy who has to watch alone because your friends don't want to be around you when you're watching football. Football always gets people talking. So in our last great fan debate, we tackled some classics. But today, we're going to turn up the heat and make even bolder statements. And joining us are 2 bold statement makers, resident super fans, Jamie Lowe and Kanisa Jam, ready to pick a side and defend it, okay? The 2 least aggressive human beings on the planet, but we're going to poke the bear, okay? We're going to get you guys going because sport will do that to us. And footy, it's tough out there. She's a cruel mistress, okay? So I'm going to make a statement and then you're going to jump on an opposing view. So you can either support or you can go against, okay? Agree or disagree. Then I'm going to give you 30 seconds to back that up with a bold statement. Okay, you can justify it however you want. You seem so excited to do this.
I'm ready.
I feel like you've been justifying your sports fandom for your whole life, and now you are ready to prove it. Okay, so here we go, and feel free to play along at home, because I think this is going to push some buttons. All right, gents, good luck. Every football fan secretly thinks they could do a better job than the coach. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree? Then you're going to have to disagree.
Okay.
Why do you agree?
Anytime you hear, the coach did this, made this mistake, that's part of sport. Everyone, I call them the experts on the couch.
Yeah.
We're all experts because we think, we could have done this differently, or we could have told this player to do that.
Because we know.
But yeah, we know better than the coach, so that's why I would say yes, yeah.
It feels like he's trying to justify his behavior for the last 20 years. Why are you against?
I think it's tough because sometimes players come from different backgrounds and they are taught a certain style and they're taught a certain way of playing. and you want to impose a box 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 formation, and those players are maybe not suited to that style. You don't understand them and you don't know how they want to play, and you can get it completely wrong. So yes, we think we are the best armchair pundits, but it's actually a lot harder than we think.
Leave the coaching to the coaches, he says.
Yes.
Sure. Two great statements to start us off. I like this a lot. Okay, so let's get into our segment. A last-minute winner is better than a comfortable 3-0 victory. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree that a last-minute winner is better than
Yes.
a 3-0. Okay, you're going to have to disagree again.
Sure.
Sure. Agree. Why?
A last-minute winner is what the sport is built on. It gets the fans going. People will talk about that for years and years, and they'll always remember how it made them feel that their team's back was against the wall and they did a last-minute...
Fergie time.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's sayings like that, because people have been doing it over and over and over, and that's what people live for, those moments that you probably won't ever see again. Like that 99 Fergie time.
Come on.
We won't see that.
I'm a Spurs
ever
supporter.
again.
I don't know what you're talking about now. I don't even know what you're talking about right now. No, that's a really good point.
But
counter.
I'm a Merseyside Red, and I will never forget 7-0. The absolute annihilation of your opponent, crushing their dreams, their hopes, and their morale on their home pitch. Unforgettable, unmistakable, printed it on T-shirts.
Wow. I feel like I was listening to the Emperor, talking about the empire, the birth of the empire. The resistance is still strong. You guys are on fire this morning. Clearly, you've been having sips of your coffee and you've woken yourselves up.
It's good. It's very good.
Okay. Let's see who's agreeing and disagreeing with this one. Underdogs make football more exciting. I'll give you the choice here. Do you want to go
Yes.
for They do. So you're going to say they don't, okay?
Oof.
Go for it.
Everybody
Check,
loves
I know
that.
he reaches for his coffee. You've got to get the grey matter up and running.
I think everybody loves a Cinderella story, and this World Cup has showed us that, is that, you know, you take an unfancy team ranked 100 and something, and they show up and they put in a team performance. Cape Verde is an example.
Verde, yeah.
Just the passion of the people and what that does for the fans is remarkable to watch. And we love our underdog story. We absolutely love it.
Love it.
I would say you like to see the best play the best at the highest level. That's what all sports is about. It's about getting the best to play best. Yes, underdog stories are cute here and there, but as you see in later stages of big tournaments, when the big boys show up, the superstars, that also gets people excited, and that's what they want to watch. They want to see the best players really go at it and to see who is the best undisputed in that sport. So that's why I'd have to disagree there.
And I'm agreeing with both of you because this tournament has given us that. It's given us a bit of both, and it's been the best. I love it. All right, here's our next statement to agree or disagree with. Supporting your club should be for life, even when they're losing every week. I'm a Spurs supporter. I can offer this. Yes. Okay, agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree?
I'm happy to disagree.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, it's the ultimate betrayal. It's the ultimate betrayal. You should be hung and quartered. If you are a Merseyside Red or a Red Devil, choose a side and stay. Don't
Are you allowed to support Erling Haaland and Man City and another club? Because that's, I think, generally most people have that.
No.
Plan B. No.
You're not allowed.
No, you're
I mean,
not.
so in our case, we support Bafana because we're from South Africa, but we secretly do have another national team. But at club level, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
But I would say it's worse to have another country than a club. You can't have another country. That's really...
Now it's like we're talking about rugby.
Yeah,
I mean, now we're getting into a dark narrative.
But also, I mean, some guys have supported teams where the teams have just been lackluster for donkey years. So I understand why. Yes, so I understand why someone might wake up one day and be like, you know what? Let me take my talents to Manchester, see the blue side of things.
I feel like I'd have to go to another league. I'm gonna be supporting like Real Madrid or something if I'm gonna leave the Premier League.
That's not a bad choice as well.
Let it go, let it go. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Can we get a round of applause? Because both fans are always right, because fans are always right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make you both winners this morning. I'm going to say cheers. Enjoy all the footy. and enjoy just not sleeping and drinking 5 extra cups of coffee a day, because that's what it is required when you're going to be the ultimate fan. We love it. We love waking up at 3 in the morning. We love having these great debates. We love believing that we know better than the coach, but most of all, we love getting behind the teams when they do these amazing things. So that's another wrap for another great fan debate. Thanks to our super fans for proving their mettle this morning, their passion, and of course, a little bit of banter. I love that. And of course, you can continue the conversation in your own lounges, wherever you're going. So whether you're going to be staying up late, getting up early for game day, don't worry, Jacobs is there to fuel every football conversation or debate. We'll call them healthy debates. We'll agree to disagree.
Yes.
Cheers, James.
Cheers,
Good luck.
cheers, cheers.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hello, my Feel Good family. I mean, we are nearly done and dusted with the show, but what a goodie it's been.
100%, which is why, everybody, this is why we want to take an opportunity to celebrate our boss lady in the Expresso Johannesburg studio at our Samsung DQX. It is the gorgeous Sinikiwe Ngobese, and we are saying happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday,
her.
boss lady.
Everybody.
Happy.
And we love her so much so that we had to celebrate with our incredible people behind us. Yay!
Look, these candles. It's imaginary candles.
my word.
Yes,
Yes,
and
we love you. We love you so much, Sneaky
Thank
Win.
you. Okay, you need it, you take your cake.
My cake.
Okay. And you know what we said? We need to celebrate Sunny's birthday. How, my Zanzan?
We need to make sure that Born King, along with Novex and SNE, know that the country loves them. Everyone, it's Sasezola.
I guess we're eating that cake after that.
What's up, and good morning. Thank you, South Africa. Thank you, thank you.
She's part of your Feel Good Mornings, and now she's nominated for TV Show Presenter of the Year at the Basadi in Music Awards.
Now, if Kutle Adams has made you smile, inspired you, or become part of your morning routine, now's the time to show us some love.
SMS TV presenter and Kutle Adams to 33329 or vote online at basadimusicawards.co.za/vote.
Now, voting does close on the 18th of July. It's our turn to make Kutle's day.
Let's bring it home.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, it is, baby. And why do we feel good this morning? Well, we've got Born King, SNE, and Novex in the building. And they just gave us Sasezola, which we're so happy about as a country. But now they're giving us another track. Everybody give it up for Umendo.
Oh, yeah, bo. Yeah, bo. Ay, ooh. Oh, Konofike ngicele egeyithini umenda uthunyelwa budane ngihlala odabeni wemama ngicela uvume yebo 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 vuma yebo nakhumile uvuthe egcekeni igama lakho libhaliwe emabhukini enhliziyo wemama ngicela uvume yebo 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 vuma yebo yebo vuma wema yebo yeah 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 oh ngizokuthathisa wekhanda yebo na 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 asa ithi wemama ngizokuthathisa wekhanda wenulu bambo lwami wenuyisana sami. Let's go. Kicking it to say by me. When mama tell it to see you, yamu and baby. So that and cleanly was a sweetie. Umadu ya pizza was a she said. Uma we dali, tell it to see you, yamu and baby.
Another feel-good production.